the other hand, I spent my 20s incapable of talking to women. So.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's on me. How you doing? How you doing today?
I'm all right. Besides this rain, my intent was to come in person, but I don't do rain.
Yeah. I mean, just the person we needed to see.
Well, okay. I'm happy. I'm sorry I missed y'all for the past few weekends. Being a star, it is, traveling.
That's on what's understood ain't gotta be said.
There you go.
Well, look. While we're here, we know there's been a lot of wrestling action that's been going on. I mean, last time we spoke, I think that was before the Clash in Paris. If I'm not mistaken. And we had a lot of PLEs, a couple of storyline changes, a couple of under, not the major title change, but I think it's a couple of title changes.
My girl Toni Storm lost her belt.
Yes, she did. She lost it to Kat Stanlander. Yes, she did. She lost it.
And I believe it was a reason why she dropped the belt to her also.
Why? She ready to come to WWE?
No, I think Statlander's about to. I don't think she's going to have a long title. I think her contract is up soon.
Yeah. And then also, they're going to try to knock a few of these belts off of the CEO. So, because right now she looking good at 9.
9
on her. Yep.
Good grief.
Well, great champ. With a lot of championships comes with a lot of responsibility. So we hope she can keep that up. But I saw this match Friday night.
So let's talk about last night, shall we?
Yes. SmackDown got, I'd say I'll give it a 3.5 to a 4.
Out of what? Out of 10? Oh, out of a 5 rating?
Yes.
Okay. So here's the thing. So Mill and I were talking last night off air about how we thought, okay, which was going to be the match of the night. Which I would tell you what, man, this guy, Javon Evans,
that was the match of the night.
He put on a show. At one point, man, I almost lost it, man. At one point, I was like, whoa, where is this coming from? And he's definitely getting caught up to the main roster. He's going to be one of the main ones I need to pay attention to. I got to do better in this category. And then another one, which I was surprised she didn't get called. I know she'll get called up before too long. Jada Parker, man. Oh, my goodness, man. That woman crushed the promo when she took out Lash Legend and, after the match. Man, I'm going to tell you what, man. I see big things probably for both of them, But it was a great, to me, that was one of the best matches of the night. But the main thing we got to talk about, oh, my God. It was a total botch fest. Mel?
That match the triple threat match between Jade Cargill, Tiffany Stratton, and Nia Jax, several botches, but one of the most notable is when the ref counted 2 and Nia Jax looked like she had no interest in kicking out of that one. And then so clearly a big botch, a clear miscommunication. And I don't know whether if it was supposed to kick out or the ref was supposed to count to 3.
There were a lot of angles to this.
But there was a 1-2 count and there was no kick out at 3.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things went wrong in that match because there was another angle that I posted after you sent it to me this morning. There was a lot of blame. It's not just one person that gets all the blame. It should be divided in this one for several reasons. One, of course, we've been blaming Jade for everything as far as botching almost every match. So it's almost a guarantee. Every time match that she's in, she always screws up somewhere. I blame Jade for this one reason. Now, when Nia, it was a spot where Nia threw Jade into the steps. Jade should have covered her face. She should have used her body to protect herself. Because if she did that, she wouldn't have got cut at all. So I blame her for that particular piece. I also blame Tiffany for being late breaking up the pin. Because if you look closely at that at the replay, while the ref was counting, and like Nia kicked out the first time, but Tiffany was late, breaking up the pin. And then, of course, with Nia, the whole, you could at least kicked out at 2 after the second time you got pinned. So now the whole thing with Vince Russo, I don't trust Russo as far as I can throw him, because he reaches a lot, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think the referee should get that much heat out of this. I really don't see it. But there was also, if you think about it, the segment before, Drew McIntyre had an interesting interview with this, because talking about referees on the take or something. He kind of suspected something's not right. And Nick Aldis tried to double down, talking about like, that's enough, Drew, blah, 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 and all that stuff. So to me, the blame pie goes to all 3 wrestlers in one particular spot. Well, different spots, I should say. So Shona, what do you think about that whole sequence?
So so I'm going to go out on a limb and say that yeah, Jade should have blocked her face when she was going into the railing, but I think it happened so fast because she was trying to take Nia out on the announce table. But I think probably the reaction, she just miscalculated, and then she ended up hitting her head. Well, she gashed her eye. After she got cleaned up, she did post a picture of her eye, and she got one of them Jason Momoa cuts right across her eye. So I do think that that was one. I think that the referee probably got so discombobulated because she was worried about Jade, because she saw how much blood she was losing. And and as far as, I don't think Tiffany should have got the belt, but hey, who am I? The Samoan werewolf, what you doing?
Oh, I don't know. He's over there contemplating something. But it was good to see him last night in action.
It was.
Because I thought, creative, I don't know what's been going on. I've been hearing reports saying that, they haven't been doing a good job of pushing Fatu the last few weeks. So
yeah, I do like that he came out. Yeah, he definitely came out, and he was like, yeah, he was tired of talking to Drew. So that was definitely a good segment. I actually like that one.
So I hope that this develops into a decent storyline between them two. Because if you notice, Sean, a lot of times when you see something good and something always flames out, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, what's going on here, Because Miller and I was talking about it last week, that he can do a better job booking these people than the people in the back.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they're booking, they're starting to get a little sloppy with it. That's where I end up going to AEW, because AEW, they're starting to get a little better with their booking. Like the Hurt Syndicate, that's a dominant faction over there at AEW. I do like their storyline, what they've been going with. I wish WWE would have let them go on a little longer, but yeah, I think WWE is slacking a little bit on the booking. So that's kind of where I'm at with that.
Right. So now basically we got the crown jewels coming up, I believe. Is it 2 weeks from today?
2 weeks from today, yes.
2 weeks from today. So you got champion versus champion. Seth Rollins is going against Cody. And let's see, you got Tiffany is going against Stephanie.
My money is Stephanie. Yeah.
That's gonna be good.
Yeah. I'm definitely rooting for Stephanie. I actually like her with the title. I think that she is a working champion. I will say that much. And you know, her reputation does perceive her that's what she does. So yeah, I'm definitely rooting for her. With the Seth Rollins and Cody match, I think it's going to be some rumblings going on. A few of the dirt sheets is saying that, you know, that's when Roman should be coming back around that time. But I definitely am seeing some rumblings about who's going to interrupt that match. Because he should be done with Street Fighter probably about either in the next few weeks. He should be done in time enough to make an appearance.
All right. So my question here is now, do you think all the Street Profits problems have been fixed, or do you think it's just a matter of time before something else happens afterwards?
It's just a matter of time, because the moment that they face the Wyatt Six, that's when the crack in the foundation is going to pummel.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen more cracks in there on the other side where Miz and Mella.
Oh, that was evident last night. That was definitely evident.
Took them long enough. That's over with.
Yeah, that's definite. The moment that Carmelo didn't even break up the count, you should know that it's there.
You're gonna cause him his U.S. title shot.
Yeah.
It makes it so predictable sometimes.
I know, and it's so disappointing because you know when you can tell Carmelo got potential.
He does.
But I mean, that thing they don't utilize him enough.
Mm-hmm. But the one thing that I will say is that Trick is being used every which way.
Like a trick.
Yeah. He definitely.
Oh boy.
Oh, wait a minute. Did I start something? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to go there.
That just went off the rail, but that's neither.
No, it's still on the rails, but it's still on topic. I mean, he's every bit of his name.
Yeah. He is that. He is definitely a trick, but he's a working trick. I mean, he's a sideline trick. I mean, he's you know, biggest thing right now. So, and especially with him having that TNA title, he's definitely working. I have to give him credit.
Yeah.
How long he's gonna hold that title is a question.
Because Mike Santana wants that belt.
And I kind of like. Let me say this. I like what they're doing with both brands because it's giving everybody a paycheck.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting paid off this so-called invasion. I like the way they built it up. I like how they built it up last week with Grayson Waller on booking this match, getting it approved. Then this week, now you've seen all these guys from TNA being featured. You know, they're making cameos, they're lurking, they walk in the background. Then come for the main event, you know. Main event, it goes up. Everybody's in there brawling to the end and brawling off the air. And there's plenty of dialogue and storyline they can bounce ideas off of, even with the off the air stuff that we didn't see, that they didn't air. So
I totally agree with that. That is definitely agreeable. When I was watching clips for the AEW, the last AEW pay-per-view, I think it was All In. You know, Edge did a shout out, so to speak, to John Cena, where he did the, you know, you can't see me in the 5 knuckle shuffle and stuff like that. And then he did the the attitude adjustment.
Mhm.
So in doing that, that sparked a lot of conversation as well to see whether or not he's coming back to WWE just for like a one-time thing to face Cena, before he officially retires. And the main question that was posed was, would you be able to see WWE doing that same type of thing that they're doing with TNA if they'll do it with AEW? And would that be good for business? What do you all think?
I saw that going down the line. Now, would that be if that's Cena's last match ever? I can see that, and it'll draw numbers, and it'll be one hell of a match.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see no reason why it shouldn't happen.
I don't either, because that will actually be a good thing. And I do think that Edge may be making an appearance in WWE. I think leading up to maybe one of Cena's last matches. I do see that because I know that he left very abruptly on Wednesday night. But I do think that that the rumblings are going, that he should be showing up somewhere down the line.
Because I heard it. Yeah, they handle business against FTR.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got some more business to take care of. So I can really see that. Now, one thing I don't want to see is his Hardy Boys versus Team 3D for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. I do not want to see that.
I mean, we've seen that plenty of times before, and plus, you cannot make great legendary memories if y'all keep doing the same thing. We've already seen it. And even though they are the best tag teams, both teams, they are respected and they are illustrious in that field. However, I think you just need to give it up. Pretty much.
It's time.
Yeah, it is definitely time to let that go. Now, it would have been different if you would have said Team 3D against FTR, or the Hardys against the FTR, or whatever. I could see that. But for us to do another 3D and Hardys, yeah. I think that
and we've been seeing this for at least 20 years.
Yeah, see, my thing is Devon is just recovering from a stroke not too long ago.
So why would you put him back into harm's way?
Exactly.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said earlier, man, you just can't keep warriors off the battlefield. That's all. Wrestling is all they know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of hard pressed, especially when you got guys like the Great Muta and Ric Flair wrestling into their late 70s.
That makes no sense at all.
Even though we don't want to do that, we don't want to see them do that. I mean, they're allowed to do that. And I get they want to put on a show. This is what they do. They don't know it. I'm not gonna say they don't know anything else, because Bubba Ray and Devon, even Matt and Jeff, these are some smart guys. These not no dummies. So they know other things. They know other avenues. So this is clearly not about the money.
No,
I don't think this is about the money at all.
Yeah, it's about the passion.
This is about an itch that they need to scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Leave it to the video games.
Oh man.
Leave it to the video games. I just don't want to see. I don't want no parts of it.
Oh man. So let's write the WrestlePalooza fallout from last week. What did y'all guys think of the matches?
I think
5, right?
I think it was good because we get to see a lot of Mexico's finest, and we're able to elevate them and their craft, and to see some of them flying in the air, especially the little people when they were wrestling. That was hilarious to me because they had some good moves as well. They they fought as if they were 6'5" when they're 3'2". But I think that I enjoyed it. It wasn't like WrestleMania, but it did bring the stars out. You know, everybody in the world came to that. So I think that was a good one. Do I think it drew numbers for ESPN? I don't think it drew a whole lot, but it definitely brought some different viewership in. So
Good. Good. I got it. Kevin, you gonna hate me for this next part.
What's that?
But a new wrestler's coming to WWE. You know who I'm talking about.
Enlighten me. Who was it?
Say his name.
Oh,
and he
my,
appears.
yeah. Oh, man.
I believe in Joe Hendrick.
Oh.
He had just wrestled his final pay-per-view match. He had defeated Eric Young. And in an emotional goodbye, he's pretty much saying goodbye to TNA wrestling. His contract is up. He is expected to sign with WWE immediately. Now the only question is he going to Raw, SmackDown, or NXT? That we do not know.
If anything, NXT should be his starting point.
Yeah, but he's already been in NXT.
Oh,
He's already had a few. I mean, you're right.
Yeah.
But since he's already had a taste of NXT, he's already had a taste of WrestleMania. So even though I wanted Javon Evans in that matchup, but that's neither here nor there.
Honestly, and now thinking back, Javon would have been a hell of a better feature to me.
Yeah, it would have been because Javon Evans already has a match with Randy Orton under his belt, and that was a barn burner.
What?
Then that was leading up to that WrestleMania.
Yeah. So that right there would have been like.
So I
would have paid to see Javon, showcase his talents more. Getting him like, what I'm saying, recognize, at least give him some more recognition to see what he could do. You know what I'm saying? Like I would love to see him getting a good push. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, he's definitely got it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some of the moves, like the way he be jumping and landing, I'd be a little worried because you come down, all it takes is one wrong move to come down on, and you toast.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's had some nasty crashes too.
I can only imagine.
He's had some
That's
nasty
the only
spills.
thing I'm concerned with. Is all the high fly moves are great, but if you land wrong,
and yes, he has landed wrong.
Oh.
That's all for the entertainment, though. I cannot knock the entertainment factor of it all.
That's what made me hold my breath on that one for real, because it's almost like, man, look, it's great what you're doing, but the one part I don't want to see I don't want to see you get injured, man. Like, and especially when they know they're gonna push you pretty good. Get more title matches. So I see something big time coming up. If they use him right, yeah, he's gonna be featured in a lot more SmackDown segments.
A lot more.
And Damian Priest, I'm sorry, how he get kicked in the head on his birthday last night? He can't catch a break, Mill.
Right, he got one hell of a headache.
Yeah, and this goes right back to what you said last week. He sticks his nose in where he don't belong.
Yeah.
That just proves your point from what you said.
Yeah, that's his whole MO.
I'm like, okay. And then I haven't seen, what was it, Pretty Deadly? I ain't seen them in months. And it's one of the guys, I guess he's being a bully. He's a bully in 1 minute, and then all of a sudden he gets kicked in the head the very next second. But it's just crazy how that goes. Oh, and then also heard Brock Lesnar got written off of TV after his match with John Cena.
Yes, because everybody in the world is still trying to understand how this man is still on TV and he's involved in a court case.
Right.
Not just not any court case. You're still involved. You're named in it.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you on TV? Because that's just like the other gentleman that was with the New Day. He got accused allegedly of domestic violence. And then they found out that it wasn't true, but he never got brought back on the air. He never got his job back. He lost his job behind that.
I gotta
Then
see
you got Brock Lesnar, who was implemented, named, big letters.
Yeah.
So at what point do you make a statement of we don't accept domestic violence or any sort, period, regardless of the situation?
Make that, you know what? This could be one of those make that make sense moment. Just just by those points you just made.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Like everything you just said was spot on. Everything. So, and I totally forgot about Odyssey Jones.
Yep.
He got falsely accused. Never got his job back. Never heard, seen, nothing. They basically erased him altogether.
He is very vocal on social media, and he stands by that. He's like, how? Make that make sense for me. Because I was falsely accused. I ain't have no big lawsuit, but I was falsely accused. And then you turn around and you bring back Brock Lesnar, who is in the midst of it. I mean, it was to the point to where, you know, pretty much in the lawsuit, she had to go through Brock to get the Vince. Make that make sense?
That's an interesting sticking point, though. It's very interesting. I'm very intrigued by what you just said with this one, Bill. You know?
What'd I say?
No. Well, no, what Charlotte was saying.
Oh, yeah.
Odyssey versus and Brock. You know? That's very intriguing.
The Bronze.
Oh, they're funny.
One of them.
Oh, Braun Breaker and
Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
Odyssey Jones, is he still wrestling?
If he is, he's on the indie circuit. But you know, WWE, I have not heard, and I have not seen any reports or anything, even, you know, background chatter, if, you know, they even decided to write Odyssey Jones a letter to say, I apologize. I don't even think they did that to the man.
No, I mean.
Oh, so wait, he was innocent?
Yeah, he was proven innocent.
Oh, wow.
He was falsely accused.
But they basically erased him before the verdict came out.
Mm-hmm. They fired him the moment that it broke that he was being sued over domestic violence. That's when they let him go. Now, Brock, he was in the, I mean, this was going on for years. And then Brock ended up getting named in a lawsuit to where, you know, that aired on Netflix on a documentary that he was named. And he still got his job. I mean, he still can come back anytime he wants.
That's interesting.
Exactly.
But also, too, the other side of the coin is that John Cena was the one that pushed for it and wanted Brock to be one of his last matches during his retirement run. So at what point do you go, do we need to save the integrity of the company, or do we do this as a last time favor type of deal? But either way you look at it, he shouldn't have came back.
That's the piece that should be investigated. And it's going to be one of those points that I think you might be one of the very few, if not the only one, that's going to bring that up, because you won't see that on any of the dirt sheets on social media, so anywhere. I highly doubt it. But those are some very good points.
And also, prayers up for Piper Niven, because she's going through. It's not undisclosed. They're not disclosing what's going on with her, which is the which is the baffling thing. But they saying whatever injury she has right now is career threatening. So that's why you see the storyline of Chelsea Green advertising for her new slate.
Yeah.
Oh, and also Dana Brooks, who goes by Ash by Elegance. Yeah, she had to relinquish her title too due to some career possible career ending situation, whatever she has going on as well. She had to give up her title last night. So
that out this morning.
Yeah, and shout out to Kalani Jordan, your new knockouts champion.
Mm-hmm.
Another NXT star winning a TNA title, which is adding more fuel to the fire for all this invasion that's going on. That I'm definitely invested in. We're gonna keep you posted.
You got Remind me, Bill, when it comes on.
Yes, War Games.
Yeah.
So
that is definitely like history repeating itself, because all it does is just remind me of when ECW. Sorry, I'm in convention mode. ECW invaded WWE, and that was one night only. That was the time. It was great. And then for them to do it again with the TNA takeover, looking very good.
Good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's 2:52. We gotta wrap this wrestling segment up. Thank you, Miss Freeman, my wrestling guru, for joining us and giving us an insight. We gotta chop it up again soon, because we got Crown Jewel coming up soon, along with a couple other my favorite pay-per-views. NXT got one, No Mercy, tonight that I can't wait to see.
Okay, I will definitely be looking at that one. If we decide to do this again, I'll be home next week. Week after that, I will be in Pennsylvania. So I will try to squeeze in when I can.
Gotcha. We greatly appreciate that.
No problem at all, fellas. It's been real. Y'all have a great weekend.
All right,
you too. Safe travels to Pennsylvania also, if we don't hear from you.
All right.
Thank you. That was the wrestling guru, Miss Krishana Freeman, joining us. And now we about to get into some football, college pros.
Ooh, man,
we got some drama to get into.
Boy. See, this is what we live for.
That's right.
And I would tell you what, this to me might be one of the best weekends of the year. And it's not just football. It's a lot of things going on outside of football that we have paid attention to this week. We've been trying to keep each other abreast of what's going on, especially with you on my camera. So, it's a lot of things going on outside of football. And I'm going to tell you, sometimes it's a struggle to keep up. So, it's on like Mill and I have been invested heavily with sport.
When you back up, you're in my camera.
But let's start with this. Last night, man, Florida State, UVA. That game was bananas. So basically after SmackDown went off the air, I went to the game. Phone keeps going off. And the game went back and forth. Great game, I would say. High scoring affair. UVA upset them in double overtime. There was this one play that Florida State, they thought they were going to tie the game, but the guy who thought he had the touchdown bobbled it, never had control of it until he got out of bounds. So,
the one-handed catch.
Well, yeah, but and that, when they went to review, and then they said, he didn't complete, he never had control of the ball. Oh man, then you hear people was crying about, man, he got control. No, it was the right call. And then of course the field storm comes right afterwards. So much so that they had to check on the Florida State receiver, who got trampled in the process. you know. But
Yeah, I saw him storming the field
oh yeah, because like if you
after that interception.
yeah
in the end zone.
once you saw it during real time, basically, man, if you are a fan, you would have lost it, man. Because it was great to see, and I think that just set up for an exciting day of possible upset alerts throughout the day with matchups going on. I mean, the week 5 slate is crazy. The stuff that's going on right now, as we're watching on both TVs, you know, you got a lot of games going on. There's 2 of them that I'm eyeing on tonight. You got Oregon and Penn State, and Alabama and Georgia, and they both come on at the same time at 7:30.
Oh, good. All right, before we get in that, I see we got the Battery Park Belt champion, Mr. Sid. Sid, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. Just chilling. Just
Just
finished up
chilling.
a side job. That's it. I ain't got too much going on.
So you been catching? You see the game last night, the Florida State Virginia game?
Nah, I was knocked out, but like 9:30. I was knocked out.
Oh man. So what about you catching any? What about some of these college football games we got going on? We got Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech. I didn't know they was 4-0.
Now, see, I'm gonna tell you what.
Georgia Tech, Wake Forest, and a nail biter right now.
Georgia Tech's been sneaky good. I said this a couple weeks ago.
Louisville and Pitt is a 1-score game. Look,
I was watching Arkansas. Somebody play. I think Arkansas playing.
They're playing Notre Dame right now.
Yeah, is Arkansas still up? I think they was winning.
Well, let's see.
I thought they was winning last time. That was the only game I was watching.
all right, look, it's getting a little bit warmer. I gotta make some adjustments. All right, so college football, we really don't have no segments on college football like talk about. We like to chop it up about them. It's too many games, it's too many conferences, and it's too much. It's not enough time in the show for us to cover college football and the NFL and everything else. So we're just gonna chime in on college football as the show goes on. But Ken, we gotta get a move on. It's 3:00, and we gotta get to who got it wrong before we get to these NFL picks of this week.
All right. So
yeah, we're talking about last week. 5-2,
Yeah.
You ready? We're talking about last week.
oh, is he awake for it yet?
He's
Well, we don't know what's going on. All right.
ladies and gentlemen, don't drink in podcast.
Yeah.
Public service announcement.
Do not be this guy. No. All
I don't
right.
think anybody can be 5-2.
No, they can't. All right. So let's go to the Sunday games, right? Oops. Hold on.
Matter of fact, we owe a sponsorship. This because as soon as 5-2 comes on, how can I say? Soon as 5-2 comes to, he gonna cuss us all out.
I know.
I'm here.
You ain't here yet. You getting there, but you ain't here yet.
All right. Okay, so let's start with this one. Okay. Bengals and Vikings. Who got it wrong?
I think that was one of the very few I had right. I didn't think I had the Vikings. I think
you did. I had it wrong.
I got it wrong.
Yeah.
I had the Bengals won, right? No, they lost.
No, the Vikings blew them out.
Yeah, because I said
Yeah, because you was on the Carson Wentz bandwagon.
I still am. And I got a dilemma. Because in fantasy, I have Carson Wentz on the bench, and I don't know if I want to start him or Dak Prescott.
You gotta start Carson.
Well, see, the dilemma, I think, to me, is the timing of it. Because remember, the Carson Wentz, he's got a 9:30 game tomorrow in the morning, and I can see why. Because
it's a house. Yeah, I get it. I guess an early game was a house money game for Carson Wentz because when the last time he played?
Exactly. A good, couple years ago when he was
he played last week, but he still.
No, what I'm saying is as far as regular starter, It was been a good 2-3 years ago because I actually made a post around that time saying he was like the worst acquisition, and that was the last time. I want to say in 22. I want to say 22 was the last time he played, and they played for us at the time.
And they playing against Pittsburgh. Dak Prescott playing against Green Bay. No, I said Carson Wentz is playing against Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott, Cowboys, they're playing Green Bay. But we're going to get to that later. We're going to get to that later.
So, Romo and I got it wrong. Miller had it right. All right.
That's not going to happen too much in this segment. Who got it wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to keep it a whole bean. I did terrible this week.
Oh, God. Oh, man. Okay. So, where
I keep it a whole bean. I was trash this week.
Oh. There will be times where one of us will be trash, and then the other one will be like, whatever. Next up, Steelers against the Patriots.
Steelers won that, right?
Yes.
And I picked them.
That was actually, and
I picked the Steelers. That was my
matter
crossover.
of fact, I was about to say, I always used to give you a hard time. I still do. That usually crossovers don't work on your favor. This one actually was an exception because you did cross over to the Steelers and it actually worked out. So
shout out to my sister Nikki B.
So maybe Nikki has something to do with it.
Yeah, she was the reason why I crossed over.
Also, her logical thinking did that for you.
Yeah. No, I mean her logical thinking, yeah, but no, my sister was in a hospital last week. She just got home a couple of days ago. So it was just more, just thinking about my sister.
Gotcha.
Just like when Rev had the heart attack last couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Every week, win or lose, I mean, I picked the Dolphins.
Fair. That's fair.
It's not always about wins or losses when it comes to these pickers with you.
Yeah.
Man. I pick these picks out. Sometimes can we call it an honorary pick?
True.
Because that's what it was. It was an honorary pick. I ain't picked with no logic, no rhyme or reason.
It's just one of those.
It's just one of my friends is going through something and they're a fan of that team.
Gotcha. So this is one of those. We all got it right. Romo, you had the Steelers, didn't you? Okay.
Yeah, he ain't here yet.
He wasn't here. Okay. All right. Next up, Colts versus Titans. I think that was the one Romo had it wrong.
You thought the Titans? Okay.
He picked the Titans. We picked the Colts. Danny, let me ask you: do we owe Danny Dimes an apology, Mel? Because all of a sudden he's 3-0. His former squad is 0-3. The Giants have been playing like trash. Off and on.
We don't owe Danny Dimes no much more of an apology than y'all owe Jalen Hurts an apology.
All right, but at the same time, to be fair, they've had a soft schedule too. They had the Dolphins. Now with the Broncos, they got lucky with that one because of a penalty.
Soft schedule for some, but maybe a tough one for others because you got to think about it. They still got to play those games, and we're not considering the Colts to be. No one had Colts being a good football team in their bingo cards.
No, they haven't. I didn't. But like I said, we only into the first quarter of the season. So let's see what happens after that. All right, next up, Texans at the Jags. Who had that one wrong? I got lucky with the Jags. I have no reason why, but I don't know. I mean, that was just one of those coin flip types that actually worked. And Mel, I think you had it wrong too, didn't you? I think you had the Texans. Yeah, I think you had the Texans.
Yeah, I probably did. It sounded like I did.
I think it. I believe it was.
But the Jaguars, yeah, I don't know. There's something going on with that. I can tell you what the problem is. Let me take my glasses off because I can't see nothing here. Still can't see nothing. Jesus Christ, I might have to put them back on. I can see you though, Calvin. I can see you. But the problem with the Houston Texans is they should never mess with that offensive line. They sent Laramie Tunsil to Washington. They sent Kenyon Green to Philly. They talking about making, and the people they replaced him with. Now I don't know if Kenyon Green was a starter last season. I thought he was, but I could be wrong about that. But they did some shuffle on that old line, and this just looks like it was more out of whack than it was before. Because you can't really. What was the final score?
17-10.
Can't blame the defense.
Well,
the defense showed up. If they only allowed 17 points, come on.
Okay, so let's not also forget the fact, not only the things he just mentioned, but they also let go of C.J. Gardner-Johnson early in the week. They let him go.
Yeah, I think C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I love the way he's play on the field. I love his passion. He wears his heart on his sleeve, but he lets the best of everything get the best of him.
Does it sound like he turns into a diva?
Yeah, you can call it diva, you can call it basket case. I mean,
I don't know.
He's on the edge because baby mama drama, which is going through that's publicized all over social media. He's going through that, and it seems like it's affecting him. Now, the thing I love about him, he always makes plays.
Yeah.
The thing I hate about him, he gives up a lot too. He really, and I don't think, and him, he wanted more of his role. He wanted to expand more of his role. He wanted to blitz more. And then he had the nerve to ask to be traded. Now, here's the kicker. The Eagles can bring him back in.
It would not surprise me if they did.
I say I really would care less I don't really want him back right now per se, but legally they can bring him back. I mean, I don't see why not. We're still paying him, but that's neither here or there. Unfortunately,
if something was to go down,
something would have to happen to Andrew McCouble for us to bring C.J. Gardner-Johnson back. Something has to happen to specifically Andrew McCouble. Not any other safety on the roster, but something has to happen for Andrew McCouble has to be injured for the rest of the season for us to bring him back.
Now, my other question on the Texas side is, do you think C.J. Stroud has regressed?
Has a what?
Has he taken a step back? C.J. Stroud.
It's kind of hard because that offensive line is trash. You can't get a real gauge on him with that line because he does not have a lot of time back there. And when he does have time, the rest of the plays are broke down and it leads to poor execution. So that's the reason why I said 17-10, hey, don't lean on that defense. Yeah. But don't blame the defense. But
it's something on the offensive side is not clicking. Something.
Yeah. Now, Houston, if you decide that you don't want to, you consider the season a wash, and you want to just offset some players, i.e., Derek Stingley Jr. I think Howard would love to entertain that.
And you know what's crazy though? Because that also right there, you're sitting at 0-3. You got lofty expectations, but you got expectations of some sort.
I would not mind having Derek Stingley Jr. in Philly. That's all I'm saying.
The coaching seat
is
about to get hot.
I don't know of anything that's happened. I don't know of anything that's transpired. I'm not starting no rumors. All I'm saying from my personal perspective, I'm looking at the Houston Texans and they decide to start unloading, which I don't think they do. They got a good squad. They just got to fix their O-line. So Derek Stingley Jr. to Philly is not going to happen. Before that pot gets stirred, it's not going to happen. I can dream though.
But you know what? Because we always talk about coaches that are on the hot seat. I think we need to add at least 2 more to this list. D'Amico Ryan.
Get the nah.
You don't think so?
Not after one season. This man has been
No,
successful.
No,
Winning season of the past 2 seasons. Nah, man. Don't.
You don't think
well,
so?
no, last season was successful. First season, they showed improvement. Don't stunt the man growth. Now, what you're saying is inbounds and is valid. I'm not saying I'm not ruling that out. Right. I definitely do not want to see it though.
We may not want to, but don't be surprised if something starts to stir. If things don't improve, at least this is the game right here that Houston needs to get right game. You know, they're one of the 6 teams that are winless. And if I were to ask you, out of the 6 teams that are winless, you got the Giants, Titans, Texans, Saints, Dolphins, and Jets. I think Houston has the most pressure to win out of the 6. Because again, you got a halfway decent quarterback. You got Nico Collins. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got some decent players on the outside. You got Stingley, as you say, and they're not getting blown out by any means. But it's certain plays, like the late game situations is what's messing them up. You know what I'm saying? The last, say, quarter, or something falls apart, whatever. They're like 1-2 plays away from making something happen. So if you want a get right game, this is the perfect time to do it. But let's move on for the next one. This one, I think we all got it wrong. Falcons versus the Panthers.
Oh my God, the Falcons.
Trash.
The Falcons.
I blew out.
Look, I even made a joke on Facebook saying, "How you lose to Hermitage?"
All right, guys, we got a special guest coming in. We have not met this person before, but that doesn't mean nothing. We can get to know him now. Coming to the Studio W Sports page, we have Animals in the Factory. How you doing, sir?
Hey, how you guys doing? Thanks for having me on.
Oh, good. Like I said, we never met you before, but that doesn't mean we can't get to know each other now. This panel we're more than welcome to have new faces, new ears, and new insights. We're playing a segment called Who Got It Wrong, where we're going over last week's NFL picks, and we're just owning up to our mistakes.
Okay, you guys only stay on topic?
Yeah, we get off the rails a whole lot.
Okay, the reason I'm asking is because I don't want to. Obviously, I want to make sure basically, if you're on football on last week's picks, I wouldn't really bring much to the show. I wouldn't bring much to the table. I was wondering if you guys go over different topics. I wrote in the chat room one of the topics. I don't know if you got it.
Oh yeah, Michael Jordan fans are the worst fans of all time.
Worst sports fans of all time.
Yeah, worst sports. Yeah, and that really sparked my interest, to be honest with you. So I really do. I mean, we're going to be here for a while, so I really would love to talk about that. But the next 2 segments we got are, the last week's picks and this week's picks coming up. So if you got time, hey, I would love after we get through these next 2 segments, hey, I would love to talk about that.
Okay, yeah. If I'm still here and you're still on, like online, and you're on, I'll try to call back if you want then.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you got things to do, we don't hold nobody hostage. I mean, you can come back in about an hour or so and see where we're at, and if you want to join in or if you want to come back after, like I said, we're going to be on air for quite a while.
If you want, man, because I don't expect you to believe me, but for what it's worth, I'm actually pretty entertaining and not boring and got a lot of information on it. Do you want to do it now and save the football stuff for later?
Now we got a schedule we need to keep in there.
Okay,
so,
no problem. Yeah. Well, if you ever want to go on my show, just so you know how I found your show, on my page, I was doing a live stream and some guy told me, "Hey, I found the show. They're up and coming. They seem pretty interesting. They seem nice." Because the reason he's telling me this in part is because he knows I go on lots of shows and lots of shows go on my show. But a lot of people are really rude. Like they don't give you time. If you just question them, they get negative and so on. But he's like, "No, these guys are pretty nice. They're pretty fair. They'll give you time and all that." So I asked him, "Right, send me the link." He sent it to me, and then here I am joining you guys.
Oh yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, and shout out to whoever sent us those kind words about us. Because yeah, we don't like doing personal attacks, and we try to stay on topic. Now, we do have debates; they do get heated. they do get heated. There's a lot of trash talk, but we always try to keep it sports related. We do get off the rails, but we love the people come on here and express their interest and express and talk about their sports interests and their sports. Even they got some sports stories, and we love to hear everyone else's sports perspective.
Yeah. In fact, on that note, if you ever want to go on my show and plug your page, you can come on as many times as you like, plug it as many times as you like, let people know whatever you like about your page and so on. And just so you know, I don't want you to think I only go over Michael Jordan fans. I go over lots of topics, but I can assure you, man, this is a great topic because they really are the worst sports fans of all time.
Oh yeah, I believe that. I'm so with you on that. But yeah, let's go ahead. Actually, let's go ahead and get through this because technically, I gotta say, we already had the show. We already had this planned up, so we will have. If we run through this, we will have time to get through it and have time to talk about that about an hour or so.
Okay, I'll try to come back in about an hour. Then if I'm still on, you're still on. Yeah, I'll try my best. You never know, things might change. I might do something else. But yeah, no, thanks for at least putting me on pretty fast and being nice and giving me time and all that.
Oh yeah, respectfully, yes, always.
Thanks. Oh, by the way, a quick thing about football, just to like spice some things up here, since you guys are good on football anyway. If you want to have this for a future topic, I think football should be banned. Just so you know.
Oh Lord!
You should just throw the whole thing away.
Throw it away. Okay.
Oh man, I can't wait to hit it, man.
We'll just say when I say bad, I don't. Not you actually made a good point. We say throw the whole thing away, not literally. Like obviously, if they figure out a way to make it more of a real sport game, keep it, but not the way they're doing it now. Just torturing people, killing people, taking a risk and all that. That's not a sport. That's just what is that? Humans being horrible.
Hey, that's what. Yeah, the most horrible people in the world are sports fans.
I wouldn't go that far, but I would say Michael Jordan fans are the worst sports fans of all time.
Of all time, yeah, there's different levels to it. Most definitely, there's different levels to it.
But it's funny because you were saying you're not a Michael Jordan fan, which I don't know you, but you have no idea how many times I'll go on the show or they'll go on my show and they'll tell me, yeah, I'm not a Michael Jordan fan. I agree with you. They're the worst sports fans of all time and all that. And then it turns out that they got lots of takes that the Michael Jordan fans have, and they're one of the Michael Jordan fans.
Hey, nothing like the truth by looking in the mirror.
Good point. Anyway, I know you got your own topic, so I don't want to keep wasting your time and all that if I am. So yeah, thanks for having me on, man. So about an hour, you say?
Yeah, come back in about an hour and see where we're at.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, thanks.
Later.
All right. The next game we got. All right, so we got all this game wrong. Falcons and Carolina. We all got this one wrong.
The Falcons are garbage.
Oh man.
And it's to the point where Sid must have some technical difficulties and once he stepped away. Mm-hmm. I was talking to Sid earlier this week. Mm-hmm. And I was trying to negotiate a Terry McLaurin trade. It didn't, we couldn't find something, we couldn't come together on something that piqued both of our interests.
Right.
So in the midst of all that, I'm talking to Sonya and with her struggles because Sid beat Sonya week 1. And I look on the waiver wire and I see Kirk Cousins.
What?
I said, hey, babe, go ahead, drop such and such, pick up Kirk Cousins now. Oh. I mean, because you got Jake Brown, and we still don't know what we're going to get out of him. But it's in your best interest to play the long game and get Kirk Cousins now, because who knows where Kirk and the way Michael Penix is playing right now, Kirk Cousins might be back in the starting lineup sooner rather than later. Because that was pathetic.
So yeah, this could be one of those that Is it a bad game, or you think it might lead to something more?
It's gonna lead to it was gonna lead to something more because it. All right, it seems like a lot of offensive lines in the NFL has caught the flu. There's been a lot of bad offensive line play, including my Eagles. Yeah, I'm gonna own up to that part of it, including my Eagles. Yeah, bad offensive line play, and it's making a lot of defenses look better than what they already are. There is that going on, but at the same token, there's a lot of good defenses coming up, and they're on the up and coming. So you also, it's a slippery slope, but you gotta give a lot of credit too, because a lot of these it was a very defensive heavy draft past couple of years, and it's starting to show out now. So you expect sometimes like you expect good these defensive guys to step up and do something, and you are seeing it,
right?
But this offensive line that the Atlanta Falcons have, whoo, you can't win football. You can't. You're not.
And what's crazy?
You're not going to win that way.
Well, the one thing that you sent me early this week, which I thought was in a sense hilarious. Somebody said something about if we lose to Mariota.
Oh yeah, they're crashing out. They're crashing out in ATL.
I'm like, okay, and I'm sitting there thinking, I'm looking at the standings. I'm like, they're still in second place. Last time I remember, but they crashing out like it's almost the end of the world. Like, did I miss something?
Oh, they are crashing out.
I mean, listen, as much as me and Derek been teasing you about, crashing out, which leads me to your game, Rams at the Eagles. Oh, we got to talk about this one. Oh man, Rams had y'all dead to rights. All they need, and this was actually, there was a clip that I sent you the other day. But I think it was a Rams defensive play. He was like, "Yeah, man, we got this in the bag." And then 30 seconds later, here comes, Jordan? I'm sorry, your boy. He rumbles down the sideline. He rumbles down, not sideline. He rumbles down the end of the field, scores a touchdown. The look on his face was priceless.
Oh, Jordan Davis.
Sorry. Yeah, Jordan Davis. I'm like, so I'm sitting there, my phone's blown up so much. I had to put y'all on mute for a minute because I'm like, yo, every 2 seconds, my phone going ding, 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 ding.
Now, see, that game right now, when it comes to the Eagles offense, that was the exact equivalent of a tale of two halves. Let me explain.
Yeah, please do.
That first half, there was poor offensive execution. There was poor blocking. They couldn't get the running game going. They had not, that thing at one point in time, if not the whole first half, they had negative 2 yards passing or something like that. I mean, they had absolutely nothing going on outside that first drive of the game where they scored when they scored. Now we get to the second half. Then we get to the second half and there you can see there was talk that Jalen Hurts and Kevin Patullo had a conversation on the sidelines, and after that the offensive change. And then you hear that, and then fast forward to after the game, you hear they interviewing Jalen Hurts, and it's like, yeah, what you saw in the second half is a little bit more indicative of what we can bring to the table. We've been playing not to lose instead of, for the first couple of games instead of playing to win. So I expect to see a little bit more of that, but we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that a little bit later. But
man,
Jordan Davis, for them to block the first field goal, Jalen Carter actually blocked the first field goal. Then Jordan Davis, they interviewed after him. He said when they blocked the first field goal, they picked up the weakness in the protection. They picked up the launch point where he kicks it from. And so the second block field goal was more. The second block field goal was more about. It was more skill than luck because they already knew what to do, how to attack them. And the game was over there. Now, unfortunately, this game was not televised in our area. Thank you, Fox. Appreciate that. So I had to watch. I had to listen in on the Eagle super chat for all this. Now, let me tell you something. You have to listen to a super chat to listen to your favorite football. That is the absolute worst. Nothing against the guys that's hosting the super chat or doing the commentary. There's nothing against you guys. You guys are doing the best job that y'all possibly can. But it's nothing like not watching a combat sport.
Oh man.
Like football, and you gotta listen to other people talk about it.
See, this is where YouTube TV comes in, or other streaming services that you.
Yeah, and I'm not paying all that money for for every last streaming service. I'm sorry, I'm just not going to do it unless I get a sponsor.
I get it. I understand. They rip people on the arm and the leg every chance you get because everybody knows how much we love the sport. And your favorite team up there, it's almost like you got to pay for some extra that you may or may not get to see on Fox or CBS, whatever, unless it's a night game or a Monday night game. If you're on a 1 o'clock window or 4:25 window, chances are it's a hit or miss. Mm-hmm. And that one was a miss for y'all because that game was like, I had the Eagles too, and Romar had that one wrong. But I just knew when it was 26-7, I just knew like, okay, it was not going good at all. Yeah. Then all of a sudden it's like a blocked field goal and Jordan Davis rumbling down the field. The look on the Rams' face was priceless. So that was
he was clocked in at 19, was it 17 or 19 miles per hour?
Good God.
Fastest by any man over 300 pounds.
Wow. Oh, we'll get to the pounds later on.
Oh, yeah. Who next?
Yeah, the next one. Raiders and Commanders.
My bad, y'all. My bad.
Listen, I can understand why you picked against us because, JD5 wasn't playing.
Yeah, I did not anticipate Marcus Mariota playing as well as he did. I just didn't. But I'm gonna keep it a bean. Mm-hmm. This year, Marcus Mariota has shown me more in one game than Jay Daniels has in two. He has.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
So let's see what kind of game he puts up this week.
So,
which I'm gonna have more on that later too.
All right, on the next one, Jets at the Bucks. I think we all had that one right, but it went down to the wire.
I had the Bucks right.
Yeah, the Bucks won the game, but they had to come back for it too. That was
that one had me kind of nervous. I think that one also featured a block kick.
Yeah. Oh, there were a lot of block kicks in the last,
There were 5 block kicks this past weekend. The 5 block kicks last weekend.
Who had that on their bingo card? 5?
5.
5.
I think they had one. I know the Green Bay game had one. Philly and the Rams had 2. I don't recall the third one.
And then the Jets and Bucks had one too.
Jets and Bucks.
Yeah, because the Jets came.
Yeah, that's the game we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. That was another one of those.
Yeah, so that's 4. I don't know where the 5th one came in, but I know it was 5.
Let's see.
3 games had block kicks. Well, 4 games had block kicks, 5 total.
Yeah, that's wild. But yeah, that was one we had it right, but it was a lot more interesting than what it was. And Tyrod Taylor, he didn't do too bad for his first start in 600 some odd days. But like Baker Mayfield, man, that dude's tough.
And they got a pretty good defense that
are tough.
That can't get got, but they're tough. That's a tough bunch defensively.
Oh yeah.
All right, so who's next?
Next up. Okay. Packers and the Browns.
Green Bay.
I lost that.
What the hell was that?
See, this is one of those times that I was glad that I actually stuck with Geno versus Jordan Love. Jordan Love, if I would have stuck with Jordan Love in the starting lineup, I would have lost in fantasy this week. Geno gave me more points actually in a losing effort with 378. Jordan Helen had 200.
I'm still with that dilemma. I'm on each
and that's the dilemma I'm facing tomorrow, because now I'm thinking, should I stick with Geno again because they're playing against the Bears, or Jordan Love needs a get right game, which we'll talk about that shortly. But yeah, I think we all lost that one. That it was no sense of, but again, Cleveland's got a tough defense too. So that should have been one of those trap games right there. But
Right.
you know, and you're up 10-0 with 4 minutes to go, and you blew the lead and lost the game. You know, but again, it's something going on with, and you may be, and I think you onto something, Mel, when you said Jordan Love. It's something not clicking with that because he doesn't have that deep arm. Is that what it is?
No, he does not have.
It's something you said. Now it's
his
making
deep
sense.
ball is trash.
Okay.
He can throw it,
Yeah.
but he can't pass it.
Okay.
He does not. He has velocity. It's like,
it's just something that seemed off, and now I'm seeing why you said it.
yeah, like he can get it there, but it's only one motion. He does not have the, he doesn't know how to. He don't know how to drop it in the bucket.
Mm-hmm.
He don't know when to float it, when to put the zip on it, when to take the zip off of it.
Right.
I mean, short intermediate throws, okay. But if I'm playing the Green Bay Packers, I'm putting 8 in the box and forcing Jordan Love to throw over the top each and every time. Because more times than not, I'm gonna get to you before Jordan Love makes that throw.
Right.
You're gonna get burnt a couple times, but I will still roll that dice. And when you have a situation like that, and you got a guy that goes by the name of Myles Garrett,
yeah, the game record.
the game record of our generation. He is the best defensive player in the league today. Still is. No disrespect to any other game records, i.e. the Michael Parsons, the Trey Hendricksons, and any other guys that you can think of, but no single human being that's playing in the National Football League today can wreck a game like Myles Garrett. You can't block him. You can't stop him. Only thing you could do is run away from it and pray that you can get away fast enough. He does it all, and he does it all very aggressively.
Oh man! All right, next up, Broncos at the Chargers.
Oh, I think I had
the Chargers won the game.
That means I had Denver.
Oh yeah, I couldn't remember who you had, but yeah. And that was another. And see, Denver's been this worst end of the stick the last 2 weeks on game-winning field goals. You know, so I mean, with the one against Indy and then the one with the game-winning field goal against the Chargers, they need a bounce back game themselves, which we'll talk about that later on too. So that was another one of those coin flips that I got. And then again, a rivalry game, which sometimes you win, sometimes it don't come out the way you want to. Okay, this is the one, probably the easiest game on the board. Saints versus Seahawks.
Saints versus Seahawks. Oh my God.
Score was 44-13. At halftime, it was 38-3.
I think I had that one right.
Everybody did. This is one of those I can tell you nobody had this one wrong. The thing that got me was they had a clip, and I don't know if you saw this. Not Kellen Moore decided to say, you know what? Instead of like trying to play aggressive, he played conservative and go for the field goal near halftime to take the points. So Kellen Moore is like, if he don't change things up soon, he may be on the hot seat. Even though, yes, it's his first year. Yes, he's coming off a Super Bowl defending champions. But at some point, it's almost like they're not even competitive. Nothing. And Spencer Rattler, he just ain't it. He's not it.
I think he's all right fantasy wise. He's going to sling the ball. He's going to throw it for a lot of yards. He's going to throw for a lot of interceptions.
Oh man. Okay.
Does not have a lot of protection back there.
Nah, I don't know what's going on with that. And you got Shaheed on your team too.
Yeah, he's a big play guy that returns kicks.
So that might be your saving grace. Now I don't know how he's going to do.
Oh, see, guys that kick returns, and if you get a kick return in my fantasy league, you hold on to them because they're just as valuable as any running back or any wide receiver. Because you got to think about it. The way the kickoffs are nowadays,
right?
These guys are going to get a 20 yards to carry. So you get a high scoring game, and these guys they constantly getting the ball kicked to them. They get a couple of play, they get the ball 1 or 2 times and break off a 20, 30 yard run. That's gonna benefit you immensely, i.e. Greg Deutsch.
Yeah.
Got me 142 points on that. I had him on the bench. Why? Because he had 97 kick return yards.
And now sitting there, and you probably sitting there kicking yourself now, but not knowing how much he would have provided for you at that point in time.
Yeah,
but then again,
then you look, who are you going to sit?
That's the thing. See, it's like it's a good problem to have on your side because on paper it still look kind of stacked to me. So you can definitely make something out of it. I think the biggest mistake that you did last week was sit Kyrie. And you had Stevenson. Stevenson screwed you over bad.
Right after
man,
that game,
that was horrible.
And right after that game, I said I cut him.
I haven't seen a negative stat on anybody.
Negative 34 points.
Oh, that's tragic.
And I had Kyron Williams, who I thought that was not going to do very well against the Eagles defense. Got me 140 some odd points. That was the difference of me winning and losing last week.
Oh man, that's what they. Oh, and not only that, Jeremy Nichols outshined that.
But I wasn't going to stop. I was going to start Jeremy Nichols because I don't know which string he is on y'all squad.
That wasn't on your bingo card.
No.
Yeah.
Depending on how he is going to this game going forward, because Austin Eckler tore that Achilles.
Yeah, he's out.
We all seen that Godspeed to him, and with him going, we don't know what string he is. So I'm might be willing to trade Mr. McLaurin, but it depends on how well Jerry McNichols can play. I might be able to. Well, I might be open for negotiations with him also, but. Let's get on with these.
Next up, Cardinals at 49ers.
We shouldn't have too many more. I think I had the 49ers in that one.
Yeah, we did. I did.
And they
won on the last second field goal too.
I think I should have had more points than what I had there. Now I think about it. I only had like 8 points, and we didn't win off like how many I got right.
Well, it was some of the ones we had wrong. But let's see. Oh, here's one we had wrong. Cowboys at the Bears.
Yeah, I picked Dallas because I had Dak Prescott. I should have. This is the thing, and I wish Mark was on here. This was a game that I should have listened to Mark on, and I didn't. I went to the other game that we're going to talk about, I think, not too long after this one.
Yes. Yeah, and Caleb did not get sacked for the first time in his career.
They dog walked the Cowboys. That was terrible.
The defense got shredded. Horribly.
They got mauled by the Bears.
Like,
Bears is up.
I mean, did you see how open they was?
It was terrible.
It's unreal. I mean, jeez. Okay, on the night game, Chiefs and the Giants. That was the one you had. That was the one you had wrong.
Yeah.
Mark. Actually, if you want to blame Mark for this one, you can. if you want to.
Yeah, because I crossed over on that one.
You had it right, and you crossed over.
I
And
had to take that L.
You weren't the only one that took the L. So did Russell Wilson. And yeah, and
Poor Russ.
The next day, Russ gets benched.
Yeah, we all saw that coming up.
Well,
but
yeah.
The way, and also really highlights how the deficiencies on Dallas's defense, because they made Russell Wilson look like a Pro Bowler, like,
oh man, like 450 yards.
And then for Russell to come out the next game and do that,
and you threw 2 interceptions. The Boo Birds came out.
and now they're opening up their heart to Jackson Dart.
It's Jackson Dart's starting job to lose. So he's got it the rest of the year unless something happens.
Yeah, I think he's going to hold on.
So basically, they gave him the keys to the car.
Which really intrigues me going forward when I come to these pickups, because the Giants are going to have a spark. They're going to have a rally at some point in time. Maybe this week coming up will be it. How many more games we got left?
You got one more. Monday night game. Lions at the Ravens.
Oh, I think I had the Ravens on that.
I think I did too.
And
all of us had, yeah.
And the Lions, oh my God, hear me roar.
So yeah, they definitely got right. And it's like, okay. Yeah, this is one of those that they have something to prove. And Baltimore's been, I don't know what's going on with Baltimore. And the defense has been ranked last. First time since 21.
Yes.
It's a lot of concern going on back there. I don't know what's wrong with Baltimore.
I don't know what's going on with Baltimore either. Did they change defensive coordinators?
I don't know.
This is Mark's team.
Yeah.
And I don't want to put anything out there that ain't true, especially since we got guys that know more about this particular team than I do.
Right.
But that defense is, I was high on this defense before the season started. I thought that this was going to be the best defense in the AFC. They already was a good defense last season, and you add Jair Alexander to that end, who's been getting cooked.
And he's been a liability since he got acquired.
I'm on Adoree Jackson's neck, but boy, I don't think Adoree Jackson is as bad as Jair Alexander this year.
But I
could be wrong, but
here's another concern too on the offensive side. King Henry has fumbled the ball.
Fumbleitis
all of a sudden. So in big games, have you noticed in several big games when the lights are on, all of a sudden towards the end, like first half was, yeah, you dominate. Y'all doing great first half. But when everything starts to get tight, that's when crazy stuff happens.
Yes.
And we've seen that on several major occasions when Baltimore has had the spotlight on TV on a Sunday night or a Monday game.
Yep.
It is a huge concern, which we'll get into that in a few minutes on the games. So yeah, that wraps up the Who Got It Wrong segment.
Oh, yeah.
So
Who got it wrong? It's 3:45. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Studio W Sports page brought to you by J&J. I got my host. I'm your host. I say I got my host. I need to tighten that up. I be trying to talk too fast. I'm trying to talk faster than my brain, and that's how it comes out the way it does. I apologize for that.
It's all right. Hey, like I said, it's raining outside.
Yeah, I feel like taking a nap like Fatu over there.
Yeah. So Fatu's over there chilling somewhere.
Nah, Fatu's over there snoring. I'm about to throw these keys out.
That's not going to work. But yeah, you
gotta throw something at him.
You can hear all over RVA, man. No, but anyway, this Middle East, Scott Brown. I'm Kevin Two Plates Harris, man. We're about to jump into week 4 of the Pick'ems. Week 4.
And you know what, Calvin? This is the first time in a long time that when we do these Pick'ems, it's just me and you.
Yeah, it is. Matter of fact, because I think that which is so funny you said that, because next month will be 3 years on the show. When I first came on, it was just us then. Romo came on maybe a couple weeks afterwards.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a different vibe today, but hey, we'll just take what we can get. So
I love my guys. I really
I
do.
know, but like I said, he'll wake up whenever there's time. So anyway, let's get started with the Thursday night game. Okay, you got the Seahawks against the Cards.
That was I think we all got that one right, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Hey, look, let me say something about that one game real quick.
Yeah.
That game won on Kyler Murray. I know if you look at the stat sheet and you see that stat line that Kyler Murray had, you'll ready, and if you didn't see the game, y'all be ready to throw this man under the bus, tell him he is a bust and he ain't fit for this, that, the third. However, if you watch that game, his wide receivers failed him. Those 2 interceptions that he got on that stat sheet were not Kyler Murray's fault. The receiver stopped running the route on the first one, and Marvin Harrison had his hands on the football, bobbling it in the middle of triple coverage. He had his hands on the ball. All he had to do was bring it in and secure it. He bobbled it into the interception. That ain't on the quarterback, but even though the stat sheet proves it, I mean, that's what the stat sheet says.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't what happened, y'all. Kyler Murray should have had, I mean, that's just two plays. If the receivers had done their job, Kyler Murray would have had over 300 yards passing, and we'd have all been mad because we'd have had it wrong. I'm telling you.
But it's crazy how, and then of course with the field goal kick on the Seattle side, Jason Myers, and he missed it to the right, which gave Arizona the perfect opportunity. Actually, game would have been going to overtime. Oh, but the problem was,
no, they tied it. Kyler Murray marched down the field. They tied the game.
He did that. But the very next play afterwards, okay, I'm still confused on the new kickoff rules because the ball went 1 yard short.
Yep.
Starting spot. Okay.
You have to kick the ball in between the 1 yard line and it has to go at least past 20.
Yes.
If it does not go past the 20-yard line, that is a major penalty. If you kick it out of bounds, it is a major penalty. Now, if you kick it in the end zone, they elect not to, return it.
Right.
I think the touchback rules, they take it to the 35-yard line.
Yep.
So you got to kick that ball in between between the
first
20
yards.
line. Yeah.
So you have a 20-yard window. And at the time, and I was confused, like, wait a minute, why did they start at the 40? And then when they showed the replay, the ball was 1 yard short.
Yep.
1 yard short. And that's the part that this is not being talked about enough.
And I'm going to say this did not benefit this actually could have went wrong in the Philly game also because their kicker was kicking some of the worst unreturnable knuckleballs. And they were hard to field. And you got to pick, and while you're trying to get your life here, and it lands in the 20, you got to get that ball.
Yeah.
Or else bad things will happen, just like the guy from the Steelers.
Yeah.
Who let the ball just travel in the end zone, and the guy
he muffed it, and then it went into the end zone.
And he didn't try to retrieve it. The opposing team, they went and recovered it in the end zone for a touchdown.
Exactly.
So you gotta retrieve it, and while they're doing it, they're coming at you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new element, it's a new wrinkle. I kind of like the new wrinkle, even though that could have cost my Eagles the game last week. But I like this wrinkle because fantasy-wise, like I said, this is if you get some good kick returners, they're just as valuable as running backs because they can field those balls like that and get you a cheap 20, 30, maybe even 40 yards. Which will be a cheap 20, 30, even 40 points in my league. And then some.
Right.
So I really do like that. But like I said, that game was not on Kyler Murray.
Yeah, we came away unscathed with that particular pick. But like it was just quick. And you notice how when Marvin Harrison did catch the touchdown pass, and he was kneeling on the ground, like I don't know if he was in tears or what.
I would have been because he had a horrible game. I don't care what the stat line says. 6
catches for 66 yards and 1 touchdown.
He could have he could have had two tubs, over 100 yards receiving.
Oh, he could have had at least over 100.
But his
hands
were not nice to him at all.
Which I don't. Yeah,
his hands were not loyal.
That's a good way to put it. All right, so let's get started. 9:30 game. Vikings at the Steelers. You had the Vikings, and so did I.
Now, see, my thing is, and I just put this on Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't know who to start because I got Dak Prescott as my starting quarterback. Carson Wentz is my backup.
Right.
Dak Prescott is without his main target, CeeDee Lamb, and he's going to be without him for the foreseeable future. Carson Wentz is coming off the street last week.
Yeah.
He wasn't bad, but he wasn't great. But now he has 1 week to prepare, knowing he's a starting quarterback, knowing he has the best wide receiver league in Justin Jefferson.
You got Justin. Okay, let's look at it this way.
And
Carson, you got Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson. Oh,
and a returning Jordan Addison. He's got the better. So, all right, the point I'm trying to get to, ladies and gentlemen, is Dak Prescott clearly the better quarterback. No, I'm not disputing that at all. He is going to throw the ball. He is going to get me fantasy points. But is he going to give me more fantasy points than Carson Wentz, who clearly has the better arsenal of weapons surrounding him?
That's the interesting piece. Well, the wild card is what you just said just a second ago. Jordan Addison is coming back.
Jordan Addison is fresh off.
Brand
he's heard his 3 games. He's not coming off an injury.
No.
He's coming off a suspension. Boy, it's fresh.
Carson's got more options to go to.
And I have Jordan Addison on my bench, so
this one of those things, you might have to burn the midnight oil on your own tonight.
I'm thinking about starting Carson Wentz and Jordan Addison and moving Jameson Williams to the bench.
Well,
that's what I'm thinking about doing because I believe Jameson Williams has a tough matchup too.
That's the thing. And Carson, isn't he from Ireland himself too? I think.
Yeah, Jameson Williams playing the Cleveland Browns. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm starting Jordan Addison.
All right. So now, while he's working on his fantasy adjustments, the Steelers' defense has been fraudulent at times. So if Carson can do just enough to not lose the game,
just throw the ball to Slay side.
Now, but
I'm sorry, Slay my boy. Slay got me a champion.
But the weirdest thing, what they're saying for what you said 2 weeks ago, or last week at least, if Carson plays well again, who's to say that he's going to keep the job when J.J. McCarthy comes back? So now whispers have been saying that what you already put out last week.
Yeah, that's why I picked Carson Wentz up.
And it's crazy if Carson Wentz performs this pretty, and he doesn't need to ball out per se.
No, because J.J. McCarthy kept the ceiling low. J.J. McCarthy has been trash.
Yeah, 7 out of the 8 quarters have been horrible. But yeah, now and Carson's like, okay, Carson knows the offense. He's been there for years, so he knows how to perform under pressure.
And and it's the thing. I mean, I get you don't want to stunt the growth and development of your quarterback that you drafted.
Yeah.
But you're not in the development stages. You don't have time to teach. You got time to it's time for you to put pedal to the metal and make a playoff run because this was a playoff team last season. Y'all looking to make the next step.
But think about it this way. You also think about it too. You just came off a 14-3 campaign.
Right.
And look at the division you're in.
Right.
You still got Green Bay and Detroit.
Right.
To worry about. So I would ride with Carson. It's funny as I said that because I called him trash years ago, but now you come back 3 years later, I would stay right with him as quarterback, regardless of the outcome, And unless something crazy happens, if he does enough to keep him afloat, yeah, stick with him. Stick with him. Because JJ is almost like I'm technically your rookie again.
Mm-hmm.
So I would, yeah. And I think,
it'd be the perfect way to write him off because you're writing him off during the injury, not because of poor play. But we all know because it's poor play.
Yeah, pretty much. And Romo's picked the Steelers. So he went the other way with that one. That's the 9:30 game in Dublin. The next one. Okay. Saints, Bills.
The Saints. All right, we can mail that one.
I think we mailed that one.
I don't think we need to waste a whole lot of time with that one.
Bills are favored by 15.5. Spencer Rattler's 0-9 as a starter.
This is nah.
This one of those, this not. And but on the Buffalo side, they've gone 8 straight games without a turnover, which is strangely enough.
Now where they playing at?
Buffalo.
Oh no, they're not going. Now I say if it was in New Orleans,
it still wouldn't have made a difference.
I would have gave New Orleans the home field advantage, and because Buffalo has been known to muck up some games. Buffalo has been known to be caught slipping sometimes. Now, if they was playing in the French Quarter, that would have been a trap game for them.
Maybe, yeah. But like I said, I don't see this happening.
All right, go. Can you agree with me on this one?
Yes, sir.
If they was at home, New Orleans would give them a much better game, but they're gonna give them tomorrow.
Possible. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
We can agree with that.
Maybe. All right. Your favorite game. Well, one of your favorite ones. Commanders at Falcons.
Okay. Yes.
So yeah. Okay. So there's been a running joke going around. So so basically, if there was somebody said something about if they lose to Mariota, they're crashing out basically. Oh, our season's done. Now,
ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna repost it on the sports page immediately following the show,
Oh,
so you
yeah.
know what
So-
clip we're talking about.
So anywho, we were called the condoms, which I'm sitting here when we started sitting here laughing. I'm like, yeah. So we were called the condoms. Now, so JD5, he's out. Scary Terry is out. Noah Bates is out. I'm sorry, Noah Brown. What was it? I'm sorry. Thomas Bates is out. Noah Brown, I think he's out too.
Jesus.
So we got the walking wounded. But so now you got Jalen Lane he, like I said, Deebo Samuel's going to have a much bigger role tomorrow. So all eyes going to be on him. You also got Luke McCaffrey. His number's been called. Hold on. Well, somebody else's name is called. Jalen Lane's number's been called. So like I said, it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. And please, for the kicker, make a field goal and when that time presents itself, don't screw it up. I still got Commanders though. I think even without JD5, and this is a Mariota revenge tour.
Yeah.
So
got the Commanders.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna turn the camera on. Y'all see what I'm representing? Outkast, the greatest rap group of all time. It's not what's understood ain't gotta be said.
It's one of those indirect references.
Yeah, so I want y'all to I
love Outkast too.
Outkast is my favorite. Now I did originally pick the Falcons.
Yes.
However, like we already talked about the struggles that Atlanta is facing right now. There's some problems there that I don't trust. And I wore this shirt today to let y'all know that this right here is the only thing I like about Atlanta. I don't like the Falcons. I don't like the Dream, even though they're up and coming. I don't like the Braves ever since they moved Richmond Braves to Gwinnett County. I do not like the which one of them am I missing? I miss another one. The Atlanta Thrashers, who they decided to move to Vegas. I don't like them.
Okay. And another one you don't like is my team, the Braves. You don't like them either.
Yeah, because they moved to Gwinnett. They moved the farm team to Gwinnett County. It's not a whole lot I don't like about Atlanta, so therefore I should not have no faith in them. I know I called the Washington Commanders, the condoms,
The condoms.
the DC condoms, but guess what?
We've been called the
I'm gonna call y'all a whole lot worse, and I'm still crossing over and picking the Commanders to win this weekend. Come on, Washington.
Whoa.
Let's get this dub, baby.
Whoa.
I got the condoms.
Oh my God.
I got the DC Trojan men.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you didn't see that crossover coming, did you?
I did not. Well, that party did not see it.
Yes, I am crossing over right now. I got the Commanders winning this one because I believe that right now that Marcus Mariota is running that offense better than Jaden Daniels. And they're going to win this game. Come on, condoms.
I might need a drink after this. And I got water sitting right next to me, and I might need another drink. Meanwhile, Romar's sitting over there chilling like nothing's going on at all.
He's going to be shocked when he wakes up.
And, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is a public service announcement to remind you, do not drink in podcasts. This public service announcement has brought to you by Luna Lazul Tequila.
Oh, man.
The holy water,
Unbelievable.
as 5-2 says. Oh, yeah, I'm going to let you have it. Who I don't know who will be mad at next week, him or Galloway.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. When
Let's go, condoms. Let's go.
when the phone goes off tomorrow, and I will find out why. And oh boy, wow, did not see that one coming. All right, next up,
We got the strangest bingo cards.
you got the strangest bingo card at this point. Like 5-2 and I are stuck on our picks. Okay.
That's right. Let's go, condoms. Outkast is the only thing I love and respect in Atlanta right now. The Atlanta music, I will always know and love. But all they sports teams can kick rocks.
Now, what about Jermaine Dupri?
I said Atlanta music.
Oh, okay.
He's the mayor of hip hop.
Yeah.
Jermaine Dupri is in the respect I have for that. All the Atlanta music I love.
Right.
Every rapper that ever came out of Atlanta, I love and respect.
Right.
They all got a hit that I can bop to.
Oh, like Luda, the Bread.
Yes, all of them. Well,
Yeah.
Brad from Brad, yeah.
Yeah.
So deaf.
So deaf. But yeah, we know where we're going. The next one up, Chargers at the Giants. Jackson Dart makes his debut.
And this is another one I've called for the upset. I believe Jackson Dart is going to light the Chargers on fire. And let me explain why. The Chargers have been going through a brutal stretch of games where they have won. They are battle tested. They are wounded also. But in this, I believe that the jet lag that they're going to have, because they got to travel to the East Coast to play a 1:00 game, that doesn't work out well for a lot of West Coast teams. And they got to prepare for a guy that they have not seen all season long. If they're going to get got, it's going to be this week.
I would have thought the same way 2 weeks ago when the Raiders went to the New England, and New England got beat by the Raiders. So I would have thought the same thing logically with that as well. But like I said, now the other question should be, do you think the offensive line will play harder for Jackson Dart versus Russell Wilson?
Yes.
Yeah,
the fan base has been clamoring for this guy. For this young man. They've been clamoring. Like I said, they're on the slogan, open your heart to Dart. They've been calling for this man to come up. They're tired of Russell Wilson. They want him to go away. And nobody wants to see James Winston. Even though they speak highly of him, like he's a great inspiration to the locker room and things of that nature.
Right.
But nobody wants to see James Winston. Jackson Dart with Cam Scatterbo, he's making his first start also because they're running backs on the hour. You know what he brings to the table.
Tracy, he's out. I'm sure.
This is the perfect time. This is the perfect time. If they're going to strike, if the New York Giants got anything in them, they are pulling off this upset.
Scatterboo is going to be a major problem.
Yeah, that's a big boy. It's hard to bring down.
Yeah. Well, we had a hard time bringing him down the first time we played him. And that told you right there. I said, but see, you probably seen him when he came out of Arizona State.
Yeah.
He was a problem then. And I knew because when I watched him play that one game, it was one of those bowl games, I think. And whoever's going to get him, he's going to be a problem somewhere in the league. And he has proven that in the first 3 games. So, and now, Scatterboo, I ain't got to worry about him. As long as he stays up, whatever. Now, will Malik Neighbors get off? You know, when Jackson Dart finds him?
Yes.
So, you know,
I think because nothing, the most loved person in the locker room is a backup quarterback. They know what this kid can bring. If you listen to Brian Daboll in his interviews, you know, he talks like he wanted to do this he wanted to start the season off with Jackson Dart. He checked all the boxes back then, but you gave Russell Wilson the bag. You got to get some kind of ROI before you throw a rookie in.
Right.
So I believe that's what that was all about. We seen what we can get out of Russell Wilson. Like I said, they don't want to see they don't want to see James Winston at all. So it's Jackson Dart time. And I think the rookie is going to play well.
So do you see at least 200 yards or more?
Yeah.
Over or under 200 from Jackson?
He can have over 200. All he got to do is make smart decisions with the football. But yes, to beat the Chargers, yes, you're going to have to throw the football.
Yeah. So
I believe they'll do it. This might be an ugly game. If this is an ugly game, advantage Giants.
That one might be low-key intriguing more than we think it is going to be.
Yeah, because I don't think the Chargers are going to be fresh. I think they're going to come out flat.
Well, let's see if the jet lag affects them or not.
Come on, Giants, let's go.
Oh, now to your other favorite game. Eagles at the Bucks. Okay, now, let's go back to the beginning. So, when you sent me this clip, how they signed a 450-pound defensive player,
Desmond Watson,
for this one game. Shout out to Simone, by the way, who provides all the Eagles coverage, which is great. I mean, she's a great content creator too.
Yes, Simone with the sports. So that's who I originally saw this from. And I'm thinking, like, for this one game, he's a walking heart attack waiting to happen. Now, they had him on the practice squad earlier in the season, and they cut him. Now they bringing him back. So the only reason why he's in this particular game is to stop the brotherly shove. The biggest question of the week is, do you think that will make any difference? Do you think they can stop it tomorrow? Do you think all right. Let me cut my camera on.
Go ahead.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on.
Now, when it comes to this play and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, we call spade around here. They've been our boogeyman. We have lost a lot of games. Like 5 of the last 6 games or something like that. But the overall record is at 500. We are at 500. So, with that being said, can they stop the brotherly shove? Yes, they can. They've done it before in the past, and they're with them along with the Green Bay Packers. Those are the 2 teams that have been the most successful at it. But do I think Desmond Watson going to come in and be a difference maker? No, I do not. Show me one 400-pound man. Or no, let me stop. The heat index is at 100 degrees. Okay, 100.
That's another.
What 450-pound man moves around in that kind of heat?
That's another key thing you have to think
Nope.
about.
Yeah, what 450-pound man is going to move around in that kind of heat? Is no. So it's a lot of things that go in. AJ Brown is going to play for the first time against the Buccaneers in the Eagles uniform. All the losses that the Eagles have had against the Buccaneers recently, AJ Brown has been a part of it. Now, last time we played him was last year. That was embarrassing for us, but AJ Brown didn't play that game. Devontae Smith didn't play that game. Lane Johnson didn't play that game. Mekhi Becton didn't play that game. Well, Mekhi Becton went out that game. Darius Slay didn't play that game. So we were missing a lot of starters. And we got to go back to this place, but we're more as far as on the offensive side, we're more prepared to score points this time around. Now on the defensive side of the ball is a part I have a problem. Now Mike Evans is not going to play. That's the only person that got on their injury report as a problem. But you know what I'm saying? I've not been a fan of Adoree Jackson. He dealt with a groin injury. If he's played, he's not going to start. That's Keely Ringo is going to start. The guy I was high on, Ja'Cory Bennett, he's gone to the IR with an undisclosed injury. He might be gone for this. He might be gone for the season. I don't know what. I think it was a hamstring injury, but I'm not sure. They're not disclosing it, but they says undisclosed. I'm looking beyond a hamstring injury, probably like a core muscle injury that might have happened. It probably happened, and it happened on the Jordan Davis field goal block.
Oh wow!
I can tell you that whatever injury you had, it had to happen on that play.
I didn't see that
because after Jordan Davis blocked the kick, Ja'Cory Bennett ran into the kicker. He collided with the kicker, which allowed Jordan Davis to pick it up and take it to the house.
Wow.
So what happened on that play? Just I can assure you this. I just need Keely Ringo just to play loose, play like he has nothing to lose. Stop playing, be conservative, play aggressive. I'm telling you right now, if he gets a PI call here or there, I will live with that. I'm not expecting him to be a world beater. I'm not expecting him to be a shutdown corner. I do expect him to show some heart. I do expect to see him tackle better than what he has in the preseason. But we also signed on our rookie Mac McWilliams. He might come into the slot and move Kuba DeJean to the outside. You might see that. You might see Quinyon Mitchell target Ibuka. You might see him. He might follow Ibuka or Godwin throughout the whole game or through most of the part of the game. Especially if one of them start getting off, then Quinyon Mitchell is going to start shadowing them. That's the halftime adjustment that Vic Fangio made from the first half to the second half, and you can tell we're one of the best second half defenses in the league. Only one score per game in the second half for all three games. Dallas scored a field goal. Kansas City and Los Angeles each scored one touchdown in the second half. That was it.
Now, I did like the strategy, though. Now, on different ends here. Now, y'all left on Friday yesterday, so y'all got to Tampa a day early because of the heat.
Yeah, we'll see if that works.
Now, and also to another credit here that I found out. So the last time y'all played them, and it was week 4 of the last season. Now, since that game, y'all basically ran the table. Y'all won 19 out of 20 games after that time.
Yep.
And yeah, so
undefeated in games in which Jalen started and finished. Jalen Hurts, that is.
Yeah. So basically, y'all just about ran the table after that loss.
Yes.
So now the only question is, can Jalen reverse his luck of being 1-4 against them?
He's the last and finished on. I believe we'll get it. But let's see what the boxing guru who just joined us, the boxing guru, Mr. Mark Daniels. Mark, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, brother. How you guys doing?
Oh, we are doing wonderful. We are doing wonderful, man. We know we're in the middle of the pick'ems. We're gonna get you caught up on everything else, but I know you got a lot to say about this Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Philadelphia Eagles game. Let's see what you got. Go ahead.
You know, y'all, you guys should be in a position to win this game. You know, I mean, Chris Godwin's coming back, but I mean, how much do you expect him to play?
Right.
Mike Evans is out. That's a big man. That brother can't get a break with them hamstrings. Baker Mayfield is gimpy, but he's one of the toughest cats in the league. So I'm looking at this game here. See, this is one of those games where it could set up to be to where everything that Philly should do to where they should win this game, they can mess around and blow it. Like Kevin would say, this might be one of them trap games to me. It's different, man, because they play in Tampa, right?
Yes.
And man, teams go. It's hard. Nobody believes it. It sounds funny. It's hard to breathe down there. It's humid. That's my trap game of the week right there.
But it's a trap game for who though? Because they're both undefeated.
I don't.
Yeah, but because you got to think about it. Tampa has injuries that can be. I mean, Mike Evans. That's a huge miss.
Yes.
Godwin, you're not gonna get a whole lot out of. He's just coming back, so they're gonna limit his snaps. Ibuka, he showed me something last week that I was wondering since week 1, and it showed last week. He's still a rookie because now the league is starting to focus on him a little bit, and now he has to learn how to adjust. See, that first game when we passed everybody, he figured that's how it's going to be. No. The only thing, the other part for you guys, Mill, Adoree Jackson gets burned everywhere he goes.
Agreed.
I'm not saying, I mean, he got burned with the Titans. Where was he after that?
The Giants.
Wherever he went. Yeah, the Giants. He gets burned. I don't see how they think he's such an elite dude.
I don't see it either. I mean, we didn't sign him to a major contract in the offseason, but he was one of the first signees in the offseason. We signed him real early in the offseason. And I wasn't really too much of a fan of it. I thought we should have drafted a cornerback. But I get, if you drafting all these guys, then it comes to a point where we got to pay all these guys at the same time, and that's kind of difficult to do. So that's why you go to veterans. But I thought that we should have really kept Isaiah Rodgers. I really thought we should have kept Isaiah. Yeah. And you see what he's doing for Minnesota.
You see what he did last week. I'm going to be honest, Mill. When y'all drafted, not this past year, but the year before, I had heard of this dude back home. They said Quinion Mitchell. I said, man, when I saw the film, I said, this is going to be a bad brother here.
Yes.
And he has been nothing short of great since he's gotten there.
Yes.
But, I mean, you got Adoree Jackson. I mean, why didn't we keep this other dude, Isaiah Rodgers?
Yes. Why? I'm telling you, Howard Roseman is kicking himself right now. We had the money. We had the reason. We had the money to pay him.
No, this one move they made, I don't know how. I don't want to say it's a smart move, but the way it started, hey, this brother better figure it out or he's going to be out the league. That's C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Oh, he's cooked right now.
Yeah.
Let's call it what it is, Mark. He is cooked right now. Nobody wants to touch him. Well, they're trying to make playoff runs and they're trying to build team cohesion. And you want to bring in a guy who has this kind of excess baggage where everywhere he only lasts one season with each team that he goes. No one wants to retain him. And he makes plays, but he gets beat just as much as he makes plays.
Let me ask you a question. Who would you rather have, him or Adoree Jackson?
Oh, boy.
C.J. Gardner-Johnson. But they play two different positions, though.
I'm just saying as a whole.
I still rather have C.J. Gardner-Johnson because I trust him. I will have him in the slot because he can play slot, and I'll move Cooper DeJean to the outside.
Then the other thing I would ask you about this Isaiah Rogers move. I don't know if it was a cost. Because I don't know what his contract is like. But whoever made that decision to let that brother go, I'd have to be talking to that person now.
That was the Colts. Remember, because he got suspended for a year for that
Online gambling?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the Colts let him go after that, and we picked him up while he was still suspended.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so which even further baffles me is why did you let him walk? But you saw something in him before he even took the field. Like Howard Roseman, that's great stuff he does. Howard Roseman, I mean, this is one of his L's. But one other person we also missed on, which don't be surprised if you see this coming up soon. We got I think if Howard Roseman, if you listen to me, and you saw that game Thursday night, you would know that Josh Sweat does not belong in Arizona.
A few years of
You can swing a deal to bring him back home. Because he does not fit out there. It doesn't look like he's comfortable out there. It doesn't sound like he wants to be out there. But bring him back home. Bring him back home. That's it.
See, it's weird how sometimes when somebody puts something out there, and then within a week or two, something just comes straight out to fruition. And Howie usually doesn't miss a whole lot. He usually don't. Because a lot of times everybody outside of Philly fans be sitting there moaning and groaning like, oh man, Howie does, ski mask Howie does it again. Y'all just acquired somebody else, and which is almost like, okay, you got a difference maker. More times than not, you got a difference maker on your team. But then you question decisions like what you said, Isaiah Rogers. He's turning it up for the Vikings now.
Now, let me ask you guys another question. See, this is where it starts to get a little weird. We've been talking about, what Philly's doing.
Yes.
Now you got McLaurin and Jaden Daniels both out with the Commanders.
Yes.
See, remember we talked about it earlier. When these cats get to hold out for that money, something always.
He'll be back. He'll be back. He's coming back.
He was about to start cooking too.
God
was about to start cooking too.
I know. And I can see him giving me some smoke with this one. And I was waiting on it.
Mark's about to start cooking.
No, give him a minute. Give him a minute. Because again, now to your game, like I said, it's the heat.
It's 105 degrees.
It's gonna be 105 degrees on the field.
Ain't no 450-pound man preparing for 105 degrees.
And you coming in just for that one play.
We have that weight, and we ain't going out there.
But this is one of those, and I don't see this as a trap game at all because, number one, both teams coming in undefeated. So it all depends. I think it's going to be a close game. It could be one of those, could it be another game-winning drive like Baker's been doing the first 3 weeks? Yeah. Now, and guess what? He's back. So, all right, Mark, go ahead. What you were just saying a second ago. You're about to cook.
Yeah, no. So it's like these guys they go through these contract issues, man, and it never fails that when they do this, they end up getting some kind of significant injury. With Jaden, I'm starting to wonder if this injury he's got is more serious than what they let him on.
I think so too. And you gotta think, And the truth of what you're saying, just to piggyback off what you were saying, Mark, CD got that bag and ain't been healthy since. CD Lamb.
No, he hasn't. Every guy that I've seen, when they fighting for that money, now I ain't mad at him for fighting for the money. By all means, get what's yours. But the price you end up paying later, it gets rough.
Is this one of those disturbing trends that we have to keep an eye on now? Because it seemed like it never fit. And see, it's almost terrifying you say these things, Mark, because everything you said has been spot on. Everything.
It's facts.
That's what I'm saying. And it's scary because you see trend after trend, and it's different players around the league. And it's not just football. It's basketball too. Well, it's anywhere for real. There's no baseball in the mix. You get it back, and now we have to sit there and think, how are they going to perform for me this season? This particular season. And now, what we're seeing now, within 2 weeks, little injuries start to pile up. It's almost bad as saying if you paid off the car note, everything goes wrong slowly but surely with your car.
Yeah.
That's almost equivalent to, hey, I got the bag, but in 2-3 weeks, something goes wrong. It could be a hamstring injury. It could be season ending for all we know.
Yeah.
And that's the scary part. This part, what you're saying, that does not get discussed enough. And that's something that we should start paying attention to more often, is when athletes get a bag, how much money is worth, will they stay healthy for at least 1 year?
Yeah. All right. Real quick. Hey, Mark. Well, not real quick. Got some time left. I want to get Mark caught up on the picks that we have already.
Yeah.
So since you was on the Jay Daniels of it all, who you got in that game, Mark? We'll start with that one. The Commanders and the Falcons. Who you had in that one?
Hey man, Raheem Morris is close to getting fired.
I told you, come on, Commanders.
He's close to getting fired, man.
Come on,
Oh
no! Hey,
condoms.
Hey, Atlanta got to win this game. I mean, I'm gonna go with Atlanta, because if they don't win this game here, I guess we'll be talking about a new coach in Atlanta after Monday.
Yeah, that's not. See, I would do that crossover, but not.
The
way Mark is saying it,
we already did the crossover.
Yeah, but the way Mark is saying it is not like how your son that's on it last week. He's doing this it sounds like he's doing this for the sake of one person's job.
So this is like a win-win. This is a win-win for the.
Yeah, he's not saying who's going to come out on top. He's just saying he's not saying he's not seeing Raheem Morris get fired.
But what's so crazy is, and that's the part that nobody's really talked about, because we talked about everybody else. Okay, you had your top 5 coaches on the hot seat. Yeah, Atlanta was not on your card.
No, it wasn't
at the time. But now, they're sitting at 1-2. They got blown out by 30 to Carolina.
Who was supposed to be the worst team in the league.
You get beat by Bryce Young. Are you serious? But now, and people are questioning Michael Penix. Can he bounce back, or do you think Kirk Cousins might come in and do something? I mean, could it be something Kirk Cousins might? The Kirk Cousins watch might be coming soon.
Yeah, I think
maybe.
I think it's coming soon.
Because
you think about this, is he even? How many times is Michael Penix getting hit?
Well, here's my thought with Penix. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know I might get criticized on this. When I saw him play against Michigan in that bowl game, at that point, I didn't think he was all that great. But trying to be supportive of the brother, though. But, I mean, keeping it real, something's got to change here soon. Something has to change real soon.
I understand that, but will it change?
Well, if it don't, we'll be seeing somebody else in there.
All right. What's the
All right. So the next one. Well, let's get them caught up on the early ones. On the 9:30 game, you got the Vikings and Steelers.
The Vikings and who?
Steelers
in Dublin. 9:30 in the morning, NFL Network.
Well, I'm going with the Vikings because Aaron Rodgers is already complaining about the logistics of getting there. So that let me know where his mindset is.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot about that part.
Yeah, they got to travel there. So let me. Yeah, well, we talked about that because I said Carson Wentz is playing with house money. Now on the side note, Mark, I need you to help me out here. I mean, you don't have to because I ain't playing you this week. But I don't know who to start between Carson Wentz and Dak Prescott.
See, Green Bay took some steps back last week, and it kind of surprised me.
See, this is what happens when Mark starts to cook something big. Listen, give him a second. We're gonna reel it back in. This is what happens when Mark starts to cook for the second time, and then something crazy happens.
This is worse than a Masked Singer commercial. You know how you going? You know when you watching the Masked Singer and Nick Cannon, he was like, "We're going to reveal who's going to mask right after this."
Oh yeah.
And you be like, "Yeah, I ready to see who's going." And then you go right to commercial. I'm like,
well, hey, look, it's the same way for crime shows too. Crime shows is almost like, yeah, we got somebody, blah blah blah, and then you get a commercial for about 5 minutes long. You have to like fast forward and all that crap. But yeah. But Green Bay did take a lot of steps back. See, that should have been the trap game of the week.
Yeah.
And now, would you qualify this as a choke of the week on that end, or the Rams holding a 19-point lead at halftime and blowing it? Which would you qualify as the choke of the week? The Rams or the Packers? Packers was up by 10 with 4 minutes left. 10-0. Rams was up 26-7.
It's gotta be the Rams.
Yeah, it's the Rams.
When you have a lead like that, you expect to hold on to it, especially how bad Philadelphia played in that first half.
And you was on the verge of crashing out, which was more hilarious in itself.
Yeah, because Lane Johnson went out. We don't feel
because I'm
when he leaves the game.
And look, it's crazy how Derek had to reel you back in. It was like, yo.
And then we put Brett Toth out there at right tackle, and that's what caused Jalen Hurts to sack, fumbling things that nature. So then we put Fred Johnson in, and that's when everything and the conversation on the sideline. That's when everything changed. And again, when you're not even watching, you're witnessing the game on a super chat because it does not show up in your area, and you just refuse to pay for all these other streaming services because you gotta eat somehow.
I get it.
I mean, that's the results.
Well, luckily, I don't think you have to worry about a super chat this week because I gave you the.
And again, shout out to Chat Sports. Y'all were awesome. Don't get me wrong.
But it's not the same as watching it on TV and talking about it throughout the game.
And I also want to give another shout out. It's called the Universe Galaxy. They're going to be joining us real shortly. If not today, probably next week, hopefully. It's the gentleman that was here earlier. He got some interesting topics, man, that I'm intrigued about, to be honest with you. So we can
just put him on there and see what he got to say.
Yeah, I think we can. I think that's gonna be some amazing content there.
Well, it's like what's crazy how sometimes when one of our main stars is out, then you get somebody unexpected to step through.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden it's like, oh, great! All right, we got something. You may run into a hidden gem down the line.
Yes.
Now, all right.
Every Saturday, 3 to 5, Universe Galaxy. Come see us. We'll be more than likely to have you chop it up, everything.
Oh man.
So let's until Mark gets back. Let's get to the rest of
it. Okay. Browns at the Lions.
You seen that's whoever
you had Detroit.
Yeah, I had Detroit, but that's gonna be an ugly game. Don't be now see this is the thing. I might need to cross over. I need the Browns to lose. I don't believe in Joe Flacco anymore. I think is Dylan Gabriel starting or Joe Flacco still starting? It doesn't.
I'm thinking it's Flacco still.
It don't matter.
I think it's Flacco because the look on his face when dude made a 55-yard game-winning field goal. But either way, now the Lions put up 40 pieces on the regular. Yes. They put up 38 on Baltimore, which is hard to do.
And they got a good defense too.
And not only that, they put up 51 or 52 on Chicago.
And Myles Garrett is like the game record of this generation. So if Detroit don't game plan this right, they're going to trick this up.
So do you see this as a trap game?
Yes, I do. And I need the Cleveland Browns to lose because I need them to have a losing record.
Yeah.
So that way they can start unloading pieces. I take either Denzel Ward or Greg Newsome in a second. Either one of those two.
Now that you say that, yeah, in a way, yeah. Because
I'll take either one of them.
They can get got because that was an emotional victory on Monday night. And you just played Monday. So you have a shorter turnaround time than Cleveland does.
Yes. And Atlanta, we'll gladly take AJ Terrell off your hands if you decide to do the same thing. I'm just saying.
All right.
Got my eyes on a few people, Josh. Yes, I do want Josh Sweat to come back home.
Somehow it would not surprise me.
I wouldn't buy the AJ Terrell trade or Denzel Ward or Greg Newsome trade. Some people want on Stephon Gilmore. I'm not totally.
And Gilmore's still in the league. He's been for a long time.
He's a free agent, but I'm not sold on that. Not sold on.
He's been in the league forever.
Yeah.
I mean, he played with New England. He played for Dallas. Who else did he play for? Besides those two.
He said he played for Carolina.
Okay. Because I remember Dallas and New England were the main ones I remember for. Okay. Next one up. Battle of the Offers. Titans and Texans.
Titans and the Texans.
Yes.
Oh, I think I had Houston in this one, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Times.
I'll say it again.
Cam Ward, they need to protect this man. He's been sacked 15 times. He has shown flashes here and there. But you know what? I can't even say this is a trap game because neither team has won anything. But and it's gonna be a long, painful season. And I think I was definitely wrong on the part that when I said who might make the playoffs this year, and I had Tennessee as one of them. You can just kiss that goodbye.
The Tennessee Titans.
Tennessee Titans. So I had Houston. Romar has Houston also. So you can say it's a mail-in, but this is, oh, man. Okay, next one up.
Mail-in garbage.
Mail-in it. Panthers at the Patriots. I'm not sold on either team right now. But I don't trust. Oh man. So Bryce Young is 1-14 and 15 road starts. Tied for the second worst QB starts with Blake Bortles. Now, New England. Okay, last week your boy has he's fumbled the ball twice. They need to start Trevion Henderson. I picked New England for entertainment purposes, just to see if they can respond to last week's loss to the Steelers. Romar has picked New England as well. So with Carolina, they may pull a surprise here and there, but I'm not expecting much anything out of that deal. The next one. Okay, now we're going to the meat and potatoes for this one. 4:00 windows. Okay, Mel, we need you for this one.
I'm here.
Ravens at the Chiefs. We gotta talk about this game. This game
Baltimore Ravens.
Both teams are 1-2. Somebody's going to end up being 1-3. Who needs this game more?
I think that the Baltimore Ravens need this game more than the Kansas City Chiefs, because the Kansas City Chiefs have done it time and time again. The Baltimore Ravens need to gain as much ground as they or salvage what they need more leeway as far as later on down the line, and proof of concept that they can actually beat the Chiefs, because I don't think they've done it yet.
Lamar has been 1-5 in KC.
Yeah, he needs as many wins in KC as possible.
That's like his biggest stumbling block. Actually, I think KC needs this game more, and the reason why, because this is one of the toughest divisions in the league, the AFC West. You got Denver and the Chargers are really, outperforming themselves right now. And Oakland is not as bad as you think. And this is one of those times that Patrick Mahomes, he has to be in desperate mode. Kelsey, he's got to get better. Kelsey needs to come through for me in fantasy this week.
Yes,
he's got to. I think that whole engagement with Taylor Swift I don't know if that's affected his play or not. I'm not sure. But this is one of those times where, and Baltimore, they have to tighten up their defense, because they have been cooked, and they have been ranked last for the first time since 2021. 2021, when it was ranked last. And if I also remember correctly, and I didn't have this in my notes, I don't think since the Magician has been the quarterback, they started out the season 1-3, that to my knowledge. So 2 games under 500, it's not going to be, you're going to be in a really tough spot. With Baltimore, if they lose, it's not going to be the end of the world, because again, you got the Steelers. They're not really world beaters per se. Cincinnati, Joe Burrow is going to be out for several months and whatnot. And Cleveland, you can't tell which version is going to show up. So Baltimore still has a little bit of time, but not much. So this will be actually, you could qualify and say those will be the two best games of the week. One from each side conference. Eagles, Bucks, Ravens, Chiefs. So, and we'll get to see both of them. Well, y'all get to see both of them in our area too. So that's at the 4:25 window. I got KC. Romar's got KC. You picked Baltimore.
Yes.
So
I had you.
So this is going to be very, very interesting how that's going to play out. Okay, next one up, Colts and the Rams. Colts are running 3-0. Rams 2-1. Rams is coming off a heartbreaker.
Yeah, and I think they're going to bounce back from this one.
So
I think,
yeah,
because nothing motivates a man more than money. And when they lose money, boy, the chip on their shoulders. Shout out to the Rams. That was one hell of a game last week. But if you notice in the post-game interview, you see Jalen Carter wearing Jerry versus chain. Because that chain was on the line for that game. That chain costs over 100 racks.
What?
Yeah.
What? Wow.
That chain costs, well, it might not be over 100, but that chain costs some racks. More than what we can afford.
It costs an arm and a leg, in other words.
And a couple of, and a kidney.
Yeah. Yeah. Jeez. That I didn't know that part, but yeah.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, it's in the post game. That's why the big old number 8. Yeah, that's Jarrett versus chain, or was.
Wow. So yeah, because
that defense gonna be fired up.
Oh, that whole team will be fired up, and then you got to go. Danny Downs is 3-0. I don't know if you want to call it a resurrection per se. This will be his toughest test to date.
Yes, because like you said, he is 3-0, but he has not been. Let's call it what it is. They ain't really played
the toughest schedule at all.
Right.
To this point, you had the Titans and the Dolphins. So.
And we had last week.
What? Who do we have last week?
No, who did the Colts have last week?
Oh, they had the Titans.
And the first week they had
the Dolphins. And then the second week they had the Broncos, which they won by a field goal thanks to a penalty.
Yeah.
So that's how they ran 3-0.
And you see where the Broncos is. Broncos ain't been all that impressive.
No, and they got lost on the first one, and then they lost again on the game win. See, it is all on game-winning field goals. See, it's the last second situations where somehow you got on the wrong end of the stick. They're close, but it's something now. We don't know how well Bo Nix is going to. See, this is a good adversity test for Bo Nix.
Yes, it is.
Which we will get into that shortly. But yeah,
all right, 448.
I got the Rams in this case. I think Rams gonna bounce back and win it. The next one, you got 4 games left. Bears at the Raiders.
I think I had the Bears winning in this one.
Yeah, I had the Bears too. Shout out to Zena, by the way. Oh, she was so happy.
Or do I have the Raiders? Hold on, something.
No, I think you had Chicago.
I gotta pull this up now.
Last time I remember. But shout out to Zena, by the way, the crab pie queen.
Huge Bears fan.
A major Bears fan. Oh man. Oh, and she was all loving it, man. Crab pies and humble pies was being delivered on last Sunday. And if somehow Caleb goes without a sack, this would be the first time that's happened in consecutive games since 2005. 20 years, ladies and gentlemen. So if they keep Caleb upright, if they can play with the same amount of energy, but like I said, the Raiders is going to be a lot tougher to play against than Dallas. So that's going to be very interesting how that's going to go. I got Chicago as well. While he's looking for that, Sunday night game, the Michael revenge game. You got the Packers and the Cowboys.
Oh, I got Green Bay in that one.
You had Jordan Love has got to get this one right, which I'm sure he probably will. They are undefeated in AT&T Stadium, matter of fact. And the last time that they played in Dallas, they looked up like a Christmas tree.
Yes, they did.
Oh man, this is the part that I can't wait for this one. I will make sure you have popcorn and snacks on deck Sunday night. On Monday, you got 2 games going around. All right. First one, the other battle of the old first. Jets at the Dolphins.
Jets and the Dolphins.
Yes. Oh, well,
I got the Dolphins over the Jets.
Somebody's got to win. But what's the deal with Cam versus Tua? I'm sure you.
Cam.
Yeah, that whole beef with Cam and Tua.
I just understand. Cam, I don't know. It was some Twitter beef that shouldn't even been Twitter beef. I don't know why. I can't comment on because I never made sense of that comment that he posted.
And Cam had to respond on first take yesterday. Well, the fact that the whole thing about the clicker. It's the whole thing about the clicker.
Yeah, I
Threw
don't
me
get that.
off.
We're gonna get more. I need more information on that. Of course, that's gonna boil over later.
Yeah.
I want more information on that. So we're gonna close it. We finished. We closing up with this segment.
Yeah. You got Bengals and Broncos for the
Broncos over Cincinnati. I'm not.
Yeah.
Jake Brown is not. He has to show me something before I can say they're gonna win another game. This last game, and we got some other things I want to get into real quick.
All right, so that wraps up the week 4 picks.
Week 4 is over now. We got a special guest. I gave a shout out to him earlier. Is this Universe Galaxy I'm speaking to?
Yeah, what's up, man? I found out, by the way, the guy who recommended. Remember, I told you somebody recommended your page. He goes by the username of BK. Just so you know. Do you know him?
Yeah, that's what I'm texting. I'm in a conversation with BK also. Good.
Yeah, I was actually thinking, like, you know what, he said you guys are gonna end in 30 minutes. I was like, it might not be worth it to come on right now to end my show, just to come on for a few minutes. But he was like, no, man, like, go on, come on. He was like really convincing, like he really, said nice things about you, and you know what I mean? Like, and I came here earlier, so it sounded like you got a good show. So I was like, you know what? I'll just roll the dice, end my show, and come on, even if it's just for a few minutes.
Oh yeah. I thank you so much for joining us, and you had a topic that
You're welcome. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, it was a topic that you had that I'm really intrigued about. And I got my guys, Mr. Kevin Harris, and I got the boxing guru, Mr. Mark Daniels on there. And this is the right group to have that conversation. I got about 5-6 minutes left in the show. So I really wanted to get into that. You said that Michael Jordan fans are the worst fans in the league.
Oh, the worst sports fans of all time.
Worst sports fans of all time.
Yeah, and just so you know, because in case multiple people here disagree with me, I just want to let you guys know 2 simple things. It's not always practical to win against multiple people at the same time. Like one-on-one is one thing, but when it's like 20,000 on one, it's harder. And just also, I want you to keep in mind, any answer you guys give me, any answer, there's an answer for that. Just so you know.
Okay, give me some examples of why are the Michael Jordan fans some of the worst fans of all time? Give me some examples.
Yeah, sure. No, so first let's establish, what does it mean to be a Michael Jordan fan? A Michael Jordan fan is not someone who just buys Nike shoes. Like, you can buy Nike shoes and not be into Michael Jordan, right? A Michael Jordan fan basically means 2 type of things. Like, if I told you somebody said Donald Trump is the greatest president and the media hates him, and he was right about everything and all that, you would go, okay, that's a Donald Trump fan, for example. So there's certain things that a Michael Jordan fan does. Who are they? It's usually 2 groups of people. People who were born or raised in the 1980s and 1990s, or they end up ranking Michael Jordan number 1 or near the top, and the way they do it is in a way that no one else does. That's what I mean by a Michael Jordan fan. So to give you some examples, how do I know they're the worst? You basically count the number of things that they come up with, or the way they react, or how they contradict themselves, or whatever, and you ask yourself, does anybody else in the sports world, in the history of mankind, have that many things? So that's how I figured out how they're the worst. Here's some examples. ESPN does a poll. and they ask people who is the number one college basketball player of all time, NCAA. Who do you think won?
Guys?
Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
I'll give you another example. ESPN does a documentary around 1998, 1999. Who are the 100 greatest athletes of the entire 20th century? Who do you think was number one? Michael Jordan. They'll say things like Michael Jordan has the number one killer instinct of all time. He played in the number one era of all time. He has the number one statistics of all time. All the Hall of Famers pick him as the greatest. And I could give you more examples, but you get the point. The point I'm making is ask yourself, does anybody else in the history of sports have this many questionable takes? There's no one else.
That's interesting.
If you want more examples, I got more. I just don't want you. I know you got to leave in a few minutes. I'm just giving you a few. If you want more, I got more.
Yeah, please.
All right, I'll give you another example. Everybody who knows anything about sports knows, if you ask somebody who's the greatest baseball player of all time, somebody might say Hank Aaron, somebody might say Willie Mays, Babe Ruth, or whatever. And if you tell people that, okay, they might disagree with you. They might question you. Maybe they'll get a little annoyed or whatever. But when you tell a Michael Jordan fan that Michael Jordan is not the greatest, not only will they do all those things, they'll take it to a different level. They'll say things like, "You must be a LeBron sexual," or "You must be a Michael Jordan hater," or they'll say, "Did you ever see Michael Jordan play? I was there. I went to his games. I saw him live on TV. I was naked with him in the locker room." Or they'll say things like, they'll say things like, "Oh, you don't pick Michael Jordan number one. You know why? Because you're brainwashed by the media, because the media is trying to take down Michael Jordan." I could give you more examples, but you get the point. The point is, nobody does this in sports. If you tell a Willie Mays fan, "Hey, bro, Willie Mays ain't the greatest baseball player of all time," they don't say, "You must be a Ty Cobb sexual." Like, nobody does this except these people. I'll give you another example. Team sports. Everybody knows in any team sport, football, baseball, basketball, whatever, no matter how good you are, how bad you are, how in the middle you are, or whatever, you're not going to win and lose by yourself. It's almost impossible unless you're like 28 and you play a bunch of kindergartners. In professional sports, it's not going to happen. No matter how you play, you could win, lose, or you could win or lose. A Michael Jordan fan? Oh, it's different with them. Michael Jordan won games by himself. He had no all-stars. He had no Hall of Famers. He had no help. He got 6 rings. He's 6 for 6. He never had a game 7, and he never lost. But it gets better. It gets better than that. When Michael Jordan loses, no, it's not because of him. It's because he had no all-stars, no Hall of Famers, no help then. It's a team game, and it gets better. When another star wins, you know why that star won? They had a super team. They played in a weak era. They were just bigger than everybody, and so on. And then one more. When another star loses, it's not because of the team, it's because of him. They play these games where they're not even consistent with their own take. Like, even if, let's say I was wrong about everything. Let's say I'm a LeBron sexual, I'm a Michael Jordan hater, I didn't grow up in his time, I don't know nothing about the NBA. Even if I want to learn from a Michael Jordan fan, I say, teach me everything you know, they're not even consistent with their own takes. I got more examples if you want.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying, sir, but I still would put the Dallas Cowboys fans above the Michael Jordan fans, because I can assure you that any of my esteemed colleagues on this, none of them put Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time.
But ask them where they rank him.
We'll get them. If we come to, he would be no lower than, he's in the top 5.
See? So even if they don't rank him number 1, they still rank him high. And in order to rank them high, in order to do that, you have to believe in things like rings or analytics or his era or something like that. In other words, if a Donald Trump fan doesn't say Donald Trump is the greatest, but he says Donald Trump is number 2 or number 3 or number 4, he's still going to think the same type of things as other Donald Trump fans.
Right.
Like, let me ask you, people talk about LeBron James fans. Happens all the time. Well, it's mostly Michael Jordan fans who do this. If one guy tells you, "Hey, man, I'm not a Michael Jordan fan. I think LeBron James is better." But then he tells you, but I put Michael Jordan number 2. What's the difference? It's just one spot. He's still the same guy. He's still going to tell you today's era sucks. He's going to go by rings. He's going to go by analytics and a bunch of other stupid things.
Yeah, that does happen.
And let me tell you this. I played this game before. Dallas Cowboys fans. Any group of fans you want to come up with, Raiders fans, Chiefs fans, whoever, any number of things that you say, look, I got 28 things about Dallas Cowboys fans, 49 things about Chiefs fans, 100 things about Raiders fans or whatever, I'll find you more about Michael Jordan fans. It's not even close. There's Michael Jordan fans, and then there's everybody else.
So, okay, so in that case, I got another question. How violent are all Michael Jordan fans?
For the most part, they're not valid at all. Most of them learn from the media. The media is filled with Michael Jordan fans. When you have people like Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman saying things like, hey, man, Michael Jordan should have won MVP every year he was in the NBA, and the only reason he didn't was because they were tired of voting for Michael Jordan. People get brainwashed by that. If you keep saying the same things over and over for over 30 years, and you keep putting because Michael Jordan is probably the most famous sports player of all time. I don't know if anyone's more famous than him. Maybe. If he's not, he's right up there. He made like probably the most money for the NBA. When you have a money-making golden boy like Michael Jordan, and he's clean cut, he's good looking, smart guy, and you show people over and over Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan for over 30 years, and if you disagree with them, they laugh at you and think you're stupid and act like you don't know, you're not an expert and all that. It affects a lot of people. Like go talk to an 11-year-old guy. Go talk to an 11-year-old guy and ask him, why is Michael Jordan the greatest? He's going to tell you the same things that a 47-year-old will say. How would he know all those things at 11 years old? I'm not saying it's not possible. Some people are very smart. They do a lot of research. Their parents,
he was trained
and all that. Yeah, but a lot of them are saying these things because they're learning about it from other Michael Jordan fans. And where do you learn most of these things from? TV, the radio, the internet, and so on. I'm not saying those are the only places, but that's where a lot of people learn things from. And so I mean, what's the difference between a 47-year-old who says, hey, man, all the Hall of Famers pick Michael Jordan, and an 11-year-old who says, hey, man, all the Hall of Famers pick Michael Jordan? What's the difference?
It's not much. But see, my position is this. When I'm not disputing anything you say as far as the analytics and how and what these particular group of fans say. But when you say the worst fans of all time, character has to come in consideration.
Yes, you're right. No, I'm 100%. And I don't expect you to believe what I'm about to tell you. I don't expect you to believe me. You'll learn it on your own if you research this. A lot of times when you disagree with these people, forget about LeBron sexual and all the Hall of Famers pick them and analytics and all that. Forget about that. You know what it comes down to? It doesn't matter if they're white, black, Filipino, or whatever. They start saying things like, you were racist, you were a pedophile, this is why America's going down the drain, and so on. A lot of people, I'm sure you noticed when you were a kid, you heard a lot of old timers say, yo, young cats today, you don't know how good you have it. Back in my day, it was tougher and all that. Now they're older and they're doing the same things. They're going, these young cats today, you guys have it easier. It's not as tough as it used to be and all that. And when you disagree with them, these Michael Jordan fans will call you a racist, a pedophile. They'll say America's going down the drain because of people like you and so on. I had a Michael Jordan fan come on my program, and I'm not making this up. He basically told me, I don't have the exact words, but he basically told me, check this out. The NBA was better back then than today. Movies were better back then than today. Video games were better back then than today. Hip hop was better. Style, fashion was better. The food was better. But basically everything was better back then. I see this all the time when I go to old videos. Oh, they watch Married with Children. Look at how entertainment was back then. It ain't the same as today. Nintendo, Sega. Oh, it was better than today. The NBA was better than today, and so on. It's this mindset that basically everything was better back then. He even took it to another level. He said it was better when there was no internet. It was better when there was no cell phones. I think he said women were better, and so on. I've never seen all these things in any generation. Have you?
Yeah. It's a vicious cycle of life, but still.
But not this many things.
It's a vicious cycle of life. that's the way it goes.
I can understand something. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But still, you can't call. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I have a hard time saying this particular group of fans is the worst fans of all time if they've never gotten violent with you.
All right, let me ask you this.
I've seen the Boston, like for Boston, you cannot go to a Boston Red Sox game in a Yankees jersey. It's going down.
No, I agree. But I could find cherry pick examples like of people robbing people for Michael Jordan shoes and shooting people for Michael Jordan shoes. But that's even those horrible things like racism and beating people up and being negative and all that. That's not even a sports thing. That's just a stupid human, a horrible human.
Yeah, but they rob you for your Jordans. That don't mean that they're Michael Jordan fans.
No, exactly. But if the same thing if the jerseys, if you go to a jersey and you wear a Dodgers jersey in a Yankee stadium and some people beat the shit out of you, it doesn't mean they're doing it in the name of the Yankees. They're horrible people, But what I'm trying to say is though, all you got to do is count it. Like if you came up with, let me ask you this. If I was right, because I know you don't agree with me, if I was right that Michael Jordan fans are the worst sports fans of all time, what would you need to be convinced?
A few bodies.
Well, then so killing people, if that's the criteria.
No, I mean, to me, you can, like I say, I always say this. You can run your mouth to your blue in the face, but once you put your hands on me, now we got a problem. So I can't really say that our fan base is the worst of all time if they don't get violent. Because to me, character has to have a part in this, because when you rank some of the worst fan bases of all time, like me, I'm an Eagles fan. Let me say we're the worst fan base of all time, and of course you know the history of my Philadelphia Eagles, especially in Veterans Stadium. I can't put Michael Jordan fans above Eagles fans as the worst fans of all time.
I put a video of Jackie Robinson being interviewed. He was asked which baseball team was the most racist against him. You know who he picked?
Cincinnati Reds.
No, the Philadelphia Phillies.
I don't like them either.
Well, you know what? With that being said, you had another Hall of Famer, Dick Allen, played for the Philadelphia Phillies. He wanted out of there because it was so racist at that time. I'm not surprised.
But to the host, remember, I'm not going to include things like murder and torture and like physical abuse and all that. I'm going to go just straight sports, because once you get to that level, that's not a sports thing. That's humans who are horrible or doing horrible things.
Oh, well, then in that case, then I still can't put them above the Yankees.
Well, like I said, anything you come up with for Yankees, let's say you got 100 things, I'll find more with Michael Jordan fans. It's not even going to be close.
Yeah, because I got to say it, because even still, a Yankee fan would have way more bulletin board material than the Chicago Bulls.
Oh, you want to test it out right now? You name some Yankee stuff, I'll name some Michael Jordan stuff.
Man, I can't really write. For another day, I will. Because
no problem. I'm a big baseball fan, by the way. Like, I don't even think Yankee fans are that bad. That's fine if you think that.
Yeah, and it's just because of that rivalry. I mean, they call them the evil empire for a reason,
I think a lot of people hate on New York, or it's not even New York. Anytime you have someone who's big time, big company, big sports team, big movie star, whatever, you're always gonna have haters who are just trying to take them down for no good reason. Like that's why in America, the two big cities get the most hate. Los Angeles and New York City,
Okay, I understand that.
Or California. Which two states get the most hate? California and New York State. It's because when you're on top, you get hate like that.
Yes. So, all right. So one side question. We're gonna have this debate later on. I promise you that. I'll be ready for you. Probably as early as next week. We are here every Saturday from 3 to 5. I'll put the link in the comment section, so that way you just come pick it up and you'll come on and we'll talk about that. But we gotta talk. It's just certain topics we talk about, but I will do my best, to accommodate you, because I do want to have this conversation. And you see, my colleagues, we have a lot to add to it as well.
Hey, just so you know, man, like I told you earlier when I came on, I don't just go over Michael Jordan fans. I got a million topics. In fact, if you knew all my topics, you may never put me on again. But I got lots of topics. I go over sports topics and non-sports topics. But I mean, is that it? You ending your show? Is that it? Is that it?
Yeah. No, we talk about the hottest topics that, that's going on right now. We come up with a lot of things, but the main thing, especially during football season, because it's not just me, Kevin, I, and my other co-host, Mr. Mark Daniels. It's not just us. Sometimes we could be 5, 6 guys in here, 7 to 8 guys in here, and everybody has something to say. So it drags. Sometimes we drag out. We get off the rails. We drag out a little bit.
Yeah. By the way, somebody has a lot of background noise. Just so you know, it's kind of hard to get everything you're saying.
Yeah,
a lot of background noise.
I apologize for that.
No, it's not. I don't think it's you. I think it's somebody else.
Yeah. So.
Oh, now it's gone.
One thing I do want to ask you is, what about boxing?
I think boxing. Just so you know, and I'm going to contradict myself. I know boxing. I've watched a lot of fights. Most of them I watch for free on YouTube. I'm not going to pay money for that. It's free on YouTube. But I'm going to tell you something, man. Boxing should be banned. I'm serious. It should be banned, man. It's not. I mean, I know you got to go, so I won't go down the list. I'll just give you one reason. There's something off about a society that says, "Hey, man, let's go to a place and pay money to watch 2 human beings beat the shit out of each other and risk injury and risk death." You know?
Yes.
But I don't think there's a such thing as the greatest boxer of all time. If there is, it's not Muhammad Ali. There's no way to figure out who's the greatest, but there's definitely people who are just as good as Muhammad Ali or better than him. I'm kind of amazed at people on a boxing topic. On boxing, they put him at the top. I think a lot of people are casual fans, so they don't know boxing, so they just go by what people tell them and so on.
Oh yeah, yes. Hey, Kevin, did we cover the WNBA?
No, we haven't.
We haven't?
I don't think so.
All right. We got 3 minutes. And and I'm sorry, I should have gave him a little bit more time I should have covered that with we was covering WWE at first.
Yeah. You got a great show, man. Keep it going, man. It's a good show.
Yeah, I love. Hey, it was man. This Friday was hectic because
I mean,
we got to talk about the WNBA.
There was a lot of things happening at the same time. They had college football. You had wrestling SmackDown. You got baseball. The baseball playoff races are coming in hot. And then you had the WNBA with the semifinals. And I'm going to tell you what, though. I fell asleep on the second game. But then I was awakened by a text saying, "Hey, man, you need to check out this particular." The coach for the
Minnesota Lynx.
The Minnesota Lynx went ham because there was a no call towards the end of the game. The featured Collier, she got injured on the play, and She went in.
It was a steal.
Yeah.
And number one, it was a bad pass, bad read. They shouldn't even made that pass and it was such a bang play. It was not intentional. I don't think if you saw the steal, I don't think a foul should have got called either.
But it just went way out of control.
But I've never seen a coach charge. I mean, I see yelling from the sidelines, but she actually ran on the floor and got in the ref's face.
Oh yeah, and then I just found out that she's suspended for the next game. She got suspended, which I'm not surprised.
Has anybody seen that before?
Not in the WNBA type. And then the press conference. Oh, she didn't hold nothing back. She just dropped 4 F-bombs.
Now that's the reason why she got suspended. It wasn't because she stormed. She got on the floor. That got her thrown out of the game. But the suspension, that was that for because nobody tolerates the refs.
The referees,
they don't tolerate that no more.
It was crazy. So that just gave us something to watch for tomorrow, along with NFL or whatever. So that's going to be very interesting. So this was like the best weekend of the year all the way around. Watching all different sports with baseball playoffs coming down to the last 2 days.
Yes.
Your Yankees and Toronto are tied for the division. You got the Guardians and Tigers are tied, and we could see two epic collapses in the same weekend. The Tigers was up 15 games in July, but but what was even weirder was they were up by 11 games on the 6th of this month, and then they let it all slide. And the Mets, like they've been on a downhill slide for 3 months. Now they're in the tie with the Cincinnati Reds for the last wild card spot. That's going to be interesting on 3 different ends of baseball. So I'm gonna watch a little bit of it tonight. Then of course you got 2 games on at 7:30. So it's going to be it's going to be wild.
Well, as far I'm gonna tell you this on this WNBA front, with the only out of the Mercury, the Fever, and the Lynx. The Lynx just shot themselves in the foot and cost themselves the title. They just they're not going to win this series now. And I don't see the Fever beating the Aces coming out that series, and I don't see the Mercury beating the Aces. Asia Wilson is still the best player in the league, and this is her wheelhouse right now.
Yeah. The way it's setting up right now, I agree with you.
And my heart, in a way, my heart aches for Caitlin Clark, because this is she's still going to be a great player, but this injury history that she got and the opportunities that were missed this season really hamstrung the WNBA. Because you gotta think they had everything set up for it. They won the cup. They're actually playing better without her right now.
Well, she had them in the chokehold.
The All-Star game was in Indiana.
Oh, yeah.
Everything was lined up for her, and she was not healthy enough to capitalize off of that. And I think that's what's gonna cost them, because they got to figure out how to get this kind of production out of this team with her on the court. That's what they're gonna have to deal with next year. And another thing I'm gonna say, another bold prediction: Angel Reese will be a Dallas Wings. I don't see how you can bring her back into that locker room.
She's gone. She's about gone from Chicago.
Yeah.
Where she ends up, who knows?
Too much off the field antics, suspensions, and talking negative about the team. And I ain't gonna say negative. Talking about the team in the wrong way.
You know what? I think she's going to be a Washington Mystic, to be honest with you. She's from that area. That's going to bring a lot. And the Mystics aren't too far away from being a really good team. There's 2 teams I see it happen with. 3 actually, though. Dallas ain't one of them, though. I see your logic with it, but I see either Washington, Atlanta, or possibly the LA Sparks.
I got one for you. How about the New York Liberty?
No.
You don't see that?
Nah. She don't fit in that environment at all. That the fashion week might work, but nothing else would.
Nah, Iron That School and Stewie got that. Iron That School and Stewie got that. And they're gonna be
but let me ask you a question. I want to ask you a question about that, though. This is my question, my opinion. I'm starting to wonder if Ionescu is a little overrated, because she don't show up in these big games at all. They give Angel Reese a hard time, but this girl does not show up in big games. I understand Stewie was hurt, but Ionescu didn't do nothing while she was out. There was another girl they had, Jackie. What's her name? What's that girl's name? That they needed, and she came back late. But I mean, she'd been hurt for a while. But I really believe the Washington Mystics are just like a player away from really being a contending team. I'm serious. They are pretty tough. And they came through me a lot on what some of their players did on Prize Picks. So I like them.
I knew it was an ulterior motive. Okay. Hey guys, we got to get on out here. It's 5:20. I got to talk to the CEO about getting all this edited on there, but can't stay on the air much longer. So, anything you guys want to say before we get out of here?
My Michael Jordan fans are the worst sports fans of all time.
And that's where he stands, folks.
I appreciate that, sir. Mark.
Thank you.
Bill, I'm going to send my picks out to you guys.
Okay.
All right.
That's good.
And all I'm saying is enjoy the games tonight and tomorrow and Monday.
Yeah. Mr. Galaxy, if I may call you Mr. Galaxy.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Next time you come on here, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna forewarn you. My other co-host, he's little. How can we say this, Calvin?
He had to take a nap. He's not.
Next time you join on here, he will be bright-eyed. But you tell that he's gonna be a problem for everybody.
No, I've debated probably thousands of Michael Jordan fans, so I'm ready for him. You know?
I don't think he's a Michael Jordan fan either.
Oh, okay.
Now, just go back to sleep. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for joining us. It has been the Studio W Sports page. We're going to have more of this, more exciting topics, everything in between, on and off the rails next week.
Oh, yes.
And as always, I will see y'all in church tomorrow.
In the subways, they rob trains running alongside it.